Welcome, everyone, to Saving Throw Show. My name's Eric, and tonight we are playing as part of the RPG Exploration Society, founded by our great leader, Domwell Zookington III. We are playing Delta Green once again. I'm back. They 3 years later, let me do this again, play some Delta Green. But before we get started, I want to talk about, we are actually, thankfully, we got a nice little sponsor this wonderful evening. The fine folks over at Endless Realms at Lunar Games have decided to sponsor us a little bit, which is great for us and you, because right now they have the new expansion to their game, Endless Realms, Tome of Spirits, is available on Kickstarter from Lunar Games. It's the first supplement for Endless Realms RPG, which we've played on this channel last year. The Tome of Spirits introduces the world of spirits. It details their behavior, abilities, weaknesses, and much more, adding cool new elements to the Endless Realms games. And thank you once again to Lunar Realms for their support. And you can check out their Kickstarter right now and at any time in chat, you can just hit !Kickstarter to get all the information on that. So thank you, Lunar Games, and thank you all for watching this wonderful show. Now, obviously, I can't do this by myself. I tried to, and Dom wouldn't let me. Thank you, BSB Care, for that wonderful donation. But we have a fantastic cast of people here today to play in this eldritch horror nightmare that I have concocted for you. Starting over here, we have Kyle Caps, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Yay!
It's so good to be back. Ready to play a game, ready to die.
Okay.
Oh, don't say that.
Dying?
It's Delta Green.
Death is inevitable, and there are worse things than death.
As long as my soul isn't ripped out of my body and thrown into the Elderverse or whatever it is that they got going on. You know?
Into the Elderverse.
Yeah.
Sounds like a movie.
We also have Adam.
Yay!
Hi, how's it going? Excited to play some Delta Green Eldritch horror stuff, and you talk about dying. I will sacrifice everybody around me.
Wow.
Thank you, DJ Regular, for that nice, wonderful thing. Ooh, oh, and also thank you also to BSB B-Right, who sent when you sub to this channel, you can give a reroll to a player, and B-Right UK sends their reroll to me. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Nice.
how
Thematically
it is.
appropriate.
Alright.
Good stuff.
That's okay.
And continuing down the line, we have Jesse.
Hi!
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jessie, and life, death, it's a construct.
Very good.
True.
That table is morbid. Hi, I'm Diana. I don't plan on dying tonight.
Yeah, we're the positive side of the table.
Nobody
We
plans.
have so
I'm
much
just
time.
joking. No.
Yeah, nobody plans to die. It just happens.
I am Jesse as well.
Yay.
A different Jesse, but a Jesse nonetheless.
Yeah.
Hello, Jesse, as well.
Hello.
We're only allowed 5 names on saving throw, so we have to double up on names.
Yeah, the budget.
Yeah, we just can't fit that many names on the Chiron. It's unfortunate, but
Only so many letters we can use.
so y'all might be wondering what Delta Green is, and I will get to that in a second. But first, I want to tell you about I've written tonight's adventure, and I've also because this is a saving throw, and we are an independent gaming channel that relies on the wonderful generosity of all you viewers at home. We actually like Modern Chow with his $10 donation. Thank you so much,
nice.
Modern Chow, for that.
Thank ya.
Because we rely so heavily on your wonderful generosity, we've concocted some nice donation tiers, some tips, which you can find out anytime by hitting !unlock or !tips in the chat. And thank you for that resub, the Wild Ferret.
Wild Ferret.
And
Where's that reroll going?
we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out.
England.
We'll find out. You don't worry about that. But if you hit !unlocks, you can read out about all of the wonderful tiers of donation that we can possibly hit tonight. I've added some really fun things that I think are going to mess with these players quite a bit throughout the show. I think it's some wonderful, wonderful things that are going to cause some wonderful havoc for everyone involved.
Wait.
Yeah.
So I guess the easiest way to describe Delta Green for those of you who have never played it is Delta Green is kind of, in a nutshell, it is the X-Files meets Call of Cthulhu. Essentially, Delta Green is our world. Thank you, Be Right, for that $25 donation. That is incredibly generous.
Thank you.
Delta Green is much like our world, it's a modern world. Everything is pretty much the same as what we have here, except there's an undercurrent of unnatural strangeness that most people don't know about. Thank you, One Unique Beast, for that sub. Most people live their lives. They're born, they get married probably, maybe have a kid or two, and then die and never experience the true horror of what the universe really is. You 5 are not so lucky. At some point in your lives, you were touched by this occult, unnatural thing. And even though you go about your normal lives, it's forever changed you as human beings. As a result, you've all been recruited into a secretive program called Delta Green. You all have normal lives and your jobs that you maintain, but every once in a while, you get a phone call to go deal with something that people are not meant to know about. Your primary directives are to investigate, contain, and cover up. That's your modus operandum for this. And thank you, let's see, Cavan, Cavarinth the Pally. I never learned to read, and I refuse to learn. But I appreciate your support.
Cavern.
Kevin the Pally.
Thank you.
And also thank you to... thank you so much, Bondo, for that. Oh, and Bondo coming in for that, and JP Beastman for that resub, and Bondo for that 15. So we got One Unique Beast gives their reroll
To the ground.
to me. Well, to me. Thank you, One Unique Beast.
We're gonna get killed.
Let's see how this
Positive
is
side.
next
Positive
to
side
go.
of the table.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
We got this. Yeah.
Dang it.
We don't need
And
rerolls.
the Wild Ferret sends one reroll to Adam and one to Diana.
Yay!
Hey, there you go.
So there you
Thank
go.
you.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you
thank
all for
you.
your wonderful, wonderful support. We've already gotten so many of these great tiers that I'm very excited
Oh
to
my goodness.
hear about. So, jumping into the game, why don't you guys go around? If you've picked a name for your character, maybe
Jesus.
tell everyone a little bit about your character. Feel free to elaborate, make stuff up, change whatever. These are just the pre-made characters, but whatever. Kyle, who you playing?
Excuse me.
I'm playing Mort. Mort McMurdy. They already had the last name, and it's it really I don't know. It really just spoke to me.
Alliteration.
Yeah. I am I'm a special ops or ex special ops, ex ranger. I work for a nefarious or a consulting company as a security contractor, and I got a dog and a psychiatrist, and that's all you need to freaking know. Okay.
Wait, what kind of dog is it?
I only discuss my dog with my psychiatrist. Thank you.
Again, happy side.
Hi, I'm gonna be playing Stanley Komarov.
Oh.
Yes, I am a physician with the FBI. Yeah, I like looking at what kills things, figuring out what kills things. People send me to figure out what kills things, and I know what kills things. You have to ask me what kills things, and I may tell you what kills things.
I like him.
Yeah, I take a long drag on my cigar. I kill things.
So Dom, there were 2 Jessies at this table. So, is there?
Oh. Well, the one with an I is sitting to your left.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Kavarin the Pally sends one reroll to Jesse.
Yay, thank you, Kavarin the Pally.
Kavrin.
Kavarin.
Oh, sorry.
I like the way I said it. And then
Very anonymous, the pally.
JP Beastman sends one reroll to the other Jesse.
Yeah.
Thank you for your wonderful support,
I will
everyone,
never die.
tonight.
We'll do this on behalf of the group.
Yes.
Speaking of Jesse's, who are you playing tonight?
Yes, hi, I'm Catherine. You may call me Dr. Shell. That is with a SCH and 2 L's. I am an astrophysicist, research professor at Caltech. I am on my second marriage, according to my sheet. My first marriage back in college to Ryan did not work out after the incident, and my life completely changed, and now I am in love with my fair Maya, and we are thinking about getting a dog, maybe something to talk about, but I don't know, because, again, reality is a construct, and all things will die.
You can only talk about dogs with therapists, though.
I see, yes.
Thank you, SF Giant, for those bits.
She's got a doctor in front of her name, so.
So what's your brooding character?
I feel
All
like
right.
I'm clear to
So
talk
I'm
about
Samantha Cornwell. I go by Sam. And I also have a second marriage too, just like you. And
It's weird. It's like
there's
knowing the
no time.
unknowable affects your relationships with people.
Yeah.
Yes, I think being in the occult has
Monstrosity
lost my
Jones, thank
first
you.
marriage goes to my second marriage. Anyway, I do not have any pets. I do have 2 children. They are my pets. And I can read people pretty well, so don't mess with me.
I have nothing to
Did I say
hide.
I'm a special agent?
You
Works for
said,
the
you're,
FBI?
you said you're a people reader.
I am a people. Oh yeah, I'm a people reader, and I can read really good. It says because you were saying you couldn't read before.
Yeah.
It's a joke towards you.
What do you
Anyway.
do? Special agent?
I'm a special agent with the FBI.
FBI agent.
Cool. I will be playing. I'll be playing Larry Kurtz.
Ooh, I like
he's a computer scientist. He works for a cybersecurity firm. I'm really into like patterns and stuff. I really like seeing how things come together in the big picture. You can call me Shark though if you want.
Shark.
Yeah,
Why-
Shark.
Shark.
Because I'm a great programmer and a hacker. You know.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah. Well, of course, I was living a pretty mundane life until I was captured by the forces of Cthulhu and imprisoned for an indeterminable amount of time, and was freed back into the world, and it's really hard to forget that. That's it's burned right here. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure during your briefing you were told not to talk about.
Right. Sorry. I always forget. Right.
So each and every one of you has a normal life. You know, whatever you do, your day to day, you go to work. You know, you come home, you watch TV, whatever. And then one day in the middle of whatever, you all find a letter in the mailbox inviting you to a night at the opera, which all of you would know is code for, hey, there's an operation that needs your help. So you all either take a bus or train, a lift, or a flight to just outside Barstow, California, and meet in a Marriott conference room. You all enter, and you all see each other as you all slowly enter.
Well, back again, eh?
How are you, Mr. Kurtz?
Hey, been better, but been worse. How you doing, Dr. Shell?
Ah,
Shell, how you doing?
Mort.
Yes.
Yes.
Sam, you're here too. Hi, how you doing?
Stan.
Hello.
Zero skill, low ping bastard gives their reroll to Jesse.
Oh yeah!
Nice.
Woo.
Thank you. Thank you, boring old Tyler.
It's good that we're all on first name basis is with everyone.
Are you? Because you are allowed to also use fake names. And are the names you're giving each other your actual names? You can decide that on yourself. You don't have to tell anyone.
Nice.
I like to live dangerously, and my real name's Stanley, so you're good.
Oh, nice.
I go by Stanley.
Hey, they booked
No
this.
Stan. No Stan.
No Stan.
No
Sorry.
Stan. I've told you that before. Please.
Yeah, no, I keep forgetting. They gave us the good suite this time, huh? This is a good meeting room, eh?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It does the job.
I forget how cheery this group is.
I was really looking forward to the opera, but every time, no opera.
I'm more of a ballet man myself.
I like
You would be.
violent sports.
Oh.
Hey, oh.
And it sets me off. I can't.
Ah, right.
How are the kids?
Oh, they're
Good.
great. Yeah, one's getting ready to go into 1st grade, and the other one's getting ready to go into 6th grade.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Did you ever get your dog?
Not yet. It's just with Maya working and with my research, and the graduate students are coming in.
Of course.
You should do it. You pull the trigger. They're wonderful animals. You know when that rage comes up in you, like you just want to choke something, and just
No.
you pet the
Oh,
dog, and
right.
it's all better.
You're still going to that therapist, right?
Every day.
So as
Good boy.
you guys are doing your niceties, you're catching up a little bit, drinking the terrible stale coffee that is provided for you, and eventually
This is stale.
a man in a suit that's a little too big for himself comes like stumbling in with a briefcase. He goes, "All right, let's get all this started. Table, sit, great. All right. Okay.
They allow smoking in here.
No.
No, they don't. This isn't the 1970s. Okay. Hello. My name, we'll say Agent Hennessy. Sure, we'll go with that. I'm Hennessy. I'll be your handler for this particular night at the opera. So, honestly, not a ton of information for all of you right now. Essentially, I got a guy, Timothy Michaels. He been pretty reliable. Been using him for a while. About 3 days ago, he sent up an SOS and in a forum we monitor. It's sort of like you all know, like if you're in trouble, you all have your ways of contacting the organization. Thank you, Matt. So he sends up an SOS. So I get a friendly, a cop I know who, doesn't ask too many questions to go check out. They find Michael's in a persistent vegetative state is the correct term that they gave me in his apartment. Obviously, this is a big deal for us. We don't know what happened, why, and that's what you guys are going to do. I'm going to send you over to his apartment. It's not too far from here. I'm going to need you to figure out, A, what happened, what Michaels was into, because he hadn't checked in a while, and what's going on.
Hennessy,
Yeah,
has anyone been to his apartment since then?
just the friendly.
Just the friend.
Mhm.
And that's all they saw.
They checked. There were paramedics that brought him. Michaels is currently in a nearby hospital, still in his persistent vegetative state.
Could he be faking?
That's a good point.
It's possible, but it's been a couple of days, and he has not moved.
He's a good actor.
Couple days at the hospital already.
Yeah,
And this was 3 days ago when the SOS went.
yeah.
Mort didn't talk for 3 days after our last mission. So.
Yeah, well, Mort wasn't literally in a persistent vegetative state.
If we need to swing by the hospital, I can, just.
Listen, however you guys want to handle it. Yeah, if you want to visit the hospital, if you want to visit his apartment, I leave the investigation up to you. I, as always, I'm a phone call away, specifically this phone, and he hands you all burner phones. It's got my number, so if you need to get a hold of me, there you go.
All right.
Do we have contact to the neighbor?
We can get contact to the neighbor. Do you want to talk to the neighbor?
Perhaps we might want to, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
You never
nice
know.
to be thorough.
Yeah, witness.
Okay.
Great.
We should do a general canvass of the area when we get there.
Yeah, make sure nobody's going in or out.
Look through his computer.
Yeah.
Phone.
Check it out.
Yeah.
See what he's been up to.
We can set up a telescope basically outside in any adjacent building, kind of watching in, maybe set up a camera, see if anybody tries to go in and out.
Right. See if anybody else knows about this. Makes sense. And then we can swing by the hospital. Doc can check him out, eh?
Yeah, if we're going there second, correct?
Probably so.
I mean, you don't all have to go one place together. You're perfectly capable adults.
Well, this is very true. I have no need of going to look at anything. I would much rather go check him out.
I remember that one time we split up, but
Yeah.
I agree.
Don't really like being alone.
it's alright.
I miss you guys too, so.
Hey.
Remind me, I have to get through a firewall on some scientific papers. Maybe after we're done this, you can check out the
Oh, yeah.
computer and hack through some stuff. Right?
Oh, for sure. You're gonna know everything that's in these things.
Appreciate it.
Does anyone else want to accompany the physician to the hospital?
Well, I'll be probably better at the computer back at the apartment, so probably shouldn't be me.
Yeah, I should probably set up the telescopic camera across the way. Maybe monitor any of the systems, of the camera systems that might already be in there. Maybe we can hack into the security
All right.
footage in
See if they
his
got
building.
some security cameras around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a house or a building?
It's an apartment. It's one of those like quadplexes. You know,
Okay.
it's 2 and 2.
Ah, right.
Okay. Yeah, they should have some monitors.
I can accompany the doctor.
Appreciate it, Sam.
All right.
And we go.
Get one of these coffees for the road.
All right.
Careful, it's stale. It's stale.
Oh, I know. I love it.
It's not worth it. Take some of these tree nuts.
All right. Who's going first? What action are we gonna take first?
I would actually suggest that my character would probably just since you're the special agent, it would probably be best for you to go to the crime scene.
Oh no, I agree. I just didn't know.
Yeah. No, I'll
That's fine. We can switch it.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, but then I felt bad because no one was saying anything.
No.
So I was like,
Well, and
oh,
also
okay.
like I mean we're gonna like bounce around, so it's possible that you could have gone to the apartment and the hospital
Perfect.
together. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
We'll go first, and then we'll meet up with the rest of the investigator.
It's always good to
So
have
I'll
you
head
on my
with you
side
too.
more.
All right. So for the purposes, we'll start with the hospital first. All right. So you guys, the hospital is not huge. It serves pretty well for this area. Not incredibly busy, but nothing too crazy. You can obviously flashing your badge as a special agent. You can get in and into just about anywhere in the hospital and talk to just about anyone.
Great. Hi.
Hello.
I'm here for an investigation.
Okay. Listen, I don't know about the missing saline, but I know a person who could,
Listen.
it's Robbie. It was
Let's-
Robbie.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
Not.
Do I legally have to tell you?
No, you can give me a fake name right now.
Okay, great. Then it's Tim.
Tim. You don't have to tell me.
He's got a name
that.
tag that says David.
Tim, it's okay. I'm not here for you.
Okay, great.
So, did you give us the name of the?
Yeah,
That's
Timothy
what I
Michaels.
thought. Okay, I wasn't sure. I need to find out information about Timothy Michaels. Can you direct me to his room, please?
Oh yeah. And he pulls up the system, brings you the room number. It's like it's a third floor. You're gonna want to go out the elevator, head off to your right, and then down the hall. It's number 302.
Great. And then what you told me before, just keep that between us.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, David.
Your name tag says David.
I know.
Oh jeez. Oh God.
Have a good day, David.
Thank you. Oh God. Can I call Robbie?
All right.
As you walk away, you're like, I don't know. Did you tell anyone anything? I don't know. All right. So you guys head over to the room. You can Timothy's in his own room by himself, hooked up to a number of machines. There's you can see like the little clipboard that has his diagnosis. If you want to talk to the doctor, you can have the doctor come in if you wish.
Yes, I would like the doctor.
All right. So the doc.
Instinctively, as I enter the room, like kind of stoically, I automatically go and like close the blinds to the
I'm gonna walk over to the clipboard.
Yeah.
I want to start looking at the documents.
You as you do that, like an older man with like sort of nicotine stained teeth walks in and goes, all right, can I help you all?
Yes, we're here in regards to your patient.
I show you my badge.
Oh, Yes. Sure. What would you like to know?
Well, we were told that a few days ago, this man came in contact. We don't quite exactly know what it is, but I'd like to know any details
Yeah. I mean,
that you
it's
can provide.
nothing crazy. I don't understand why.
Nothing crazy. He's laying in a vegetated state.
I mean, junkies do that all the time. I mean,
It's not nice to assume.
Junkies, did you check his forearms?
I mean,
Inside of his thighs?
Not that kind of junkie. But yeah, I mean, he's just, I don't understand why the government's so interested in a burnout like this.
I'm sorry, your name?
I'm Dr. Klein.
Dr. Klein. As a doctor, you should be on neutral state, shouldn't you?
I mean,
And not judge your patients. Am I correct?
I disagree. I think that I know what's best for most people. 40 years in medicine.
Great. So you deal with the health. We'll deal with who this person was. How about that?
Okay.
Great.
So, do you have questions?
Gentlemen?
Yes. What are his vitals like as of right now?
Vitals are stable. There's very little brain activity going on. Occasionally we'll get a blip, but I don't know if it's these machines that are older than I am. But for all intents and purposes, he's a vegetable. I don't know.
What kind of vegetable?
The kind that did a lot of amphetamines.
My favorite kind of vegetables.
Do the charts show amphetamines in the system or
Oh,
anything?
yes. A high concentration of amphetamines. I'm surprised he is asleep with how much was coursing in his system.
A single type or
I mean,
a mixture?
a mixture of, it's mostly, there's probably some over-the-counter stuff, but there's also some prescription probably, and even maybe stuff, the hard stuff. I don't know. There's substances in here. He grabs there's stuff in here I don't recognize. So I don't know where these kids are getting their drugs these days.
40 years of medicine, and there are some of these that you can't recognize?
Listen, you have no idea what kind of synthetic LSDs and opioids and cannabinoids that kids do these days. We see it all here.
And are there any physical wounds on him that you've discovered or anything?
No injections.
Self-inflicting wounds?
No injection sites. There's no. I didn't notice anything.
Nothing beyond.
Apart from he's a vegetable, he's in perfect health.
Nothing visible on his skin.
No.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Great.
Checked his eyes, ears, inside of his mouth.
If you want to check my work, you may.
I'd like to check your work if
Okay.
I may.
I had said because you're a physician, you wouldn't have to roll for this. Your medicine or whatever the stat is probably pretty high. So you can just you check and checking all the results and everything. He has it pretty spot on. Incredible amounts of amphetamines were in Timothy's system. No obvious signs of trauma of any kind that you can tell, and some weird chemical mixtures. It could be from synthetic drugs or whatever. Give me do you have pharmacy?
Pharmacy. I sure do.
Give me a pharmacy roll.
First roll of the night.
72.
72. I'm guessing that's over.
That is over.
Yeah, you don't recognize these substances, but like you said, it's the way synthetic cannabis works is they just have to change the formula a little each time, and then it's not illegal. So so you never know what kind of stuff they're cutting and using with all of this anymore.
Has anyone come by the hospital to visit this man?
No, you're the first.
No one has. No one's been looking for him.
I mean, the paramedics dropped him off. somebody is footing the bill for this. I'm not sure who, but I think we could look that up if you needed that record.
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd like to see a contact, maybe if there's an ID on him.
Yeah, he looks up the records, and you do see that there is a contracting agency that is Timothy seems to be getting his healthcare from, and without too much trouble, you can track that down to that's definitely a Delta Green front.
Great.
That is paying for all of this.
Perfect.
On the on his chart, like whoever the attending nurse is, since that's probably the person that's like coming in the most to check on him, like I'd like to look at the name and then go outside to like the the
nurse's station.
the nurse's station out there, and like talk with them and talk with the nurse and just see if there was anything out of the ordinary happen when you've gone in. So even the slightest thing, like lights flickering, things like that. You know, just checking again, being wary of maybe some of the more kind of like sinister or kind of. Yeah.
You, I mean, because he's here 24 hours, there's several nurses, but definitely one of them at the station has been attending. And you talk to her, and she goes, "I mean, no lights flickering. I mean." It's I don't know. It's, you know, if we're in an old hospital, weird things happen. One night I was working very late. I was very tired. I was just about to leave, and it sounded like somebody was like screaming. You know, like when you have like a bad dream, you wake up screaming. It was like that, and but I didn't like. He wasn't moving, or like when I checked, he was still where he left him. So I don't know.
You did hear a scream. At
yeah,
one
like
possibly.
Yeah.
Like Wilhelm or like somewhere.
I don't.
Just
I don't know what a Wilhelm is.
Heard that clear from up the street.
It's just like a startled more than a yelp, but not like a full scream. I don't know, but I again, like, there's so many noises in this hospital. It could have been coming through an air vent or anything.
You may have been mistaken, but
yeah.
there was a chance it could have come from this room.
Maybe.
Okay. Honestly, even innocuous stuff like that may be important. So thank you for answering my questions. That this can be quite useful for our investigation.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
While he's out there discussing with nurse, I'm going over all the physical stuff. I already talked with the doctor, but I want to get a little bit more to check in, maybe for any bumps or anything. Just trying to be even more thorough.
like the places that you wouldn't like a normal person might not think to look.
Exactly.
Give me. Let's see. What would we roll for that?
Biology?
Biology. Sounds good to me.
Science of biology. Out of 31.
31. What's your biology?
60.
60. Yeah. So you check very thoroughly. There is. Let's see. It does, like, at first you're pretty convinced that there's nothing going on, but you do. The one thing you do notice is it looks like, when you read the charts and look at everything, like, it's almost like there are brief moments where it seems like it's not a vegetable, like he's not in a vegetated state, but more of a dream, but it's only like for fractions, like just the way, like, you'll see like the beep on the EKG as if there's brain activity, as if it's like a dream state or something like that, but it doesn't fully. It's still like, you seem like there might like
it like drops in and out.
Yeah, it like drops in and out, and like it drops once, and you see the doctor go, stupid machine, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not trying to hurt him, but we have taken a good amount of time here. The crime scene, the longer we let it sit, the worse it's going to be. I lightly stab him in the leg.
Like you get like a pen or like a
just
little,
like a
yeah, boop. You just
lightly.
a light little poke, and there's just a little like bead of blood that shows up.
But like no. Okay.
No, absolutely no reaction.
Okay, he's not faking
That's how we do it out in the field.
it. Yeah.
So you have been focused right now on while this is going on setting up a sort of a camera from like an adjacent building.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I think we would tag team and maybe looking for some security footage like for the building. And maybe starting there, and then once we break off, maybe then he goes to the crime scene, and I go to an adjacent building to set some stuff up.
And boring old Tyler sends their reroll to Adam.
Hey, thank you.
So in terms of
Tyler.
security footage, it's a fairly there's not businesses or like heavy security presence. There's a red light camera which you're able to hack into or have one of these people pull strings. It would be like, even if you look the day of it, there's nothing that strikes out. If you can spend a couple hours fast forwarding through it, but nothing.
No lobby or hallway cameras.
Not for these, because it's this quadplex, so there's no like lobby system. It's basically
like
like
the front door one.
front door, and then upstairs front door. So
Okay.
Then maybe I'm gonna set up a camera for his door. I just want to check it out. We can stream it to our devices. I just want to make sure once we clear out of the space that we catch anybody who's trying to get to the apartment. Even if we can't find out if they came already, we can find out if they're here after.
yeah, you can pretty easily set up like a Ring camera and like
Yeah.
set
Do
all that
that.
up. Yeah, something similar, a device like that to watch the door. Okay.
Easy.
You guys go through all that, and you set all that up, and right about that time, these folks return from the hospital.
Oh, hello. We've just been working very hard.
They know it's good that we set you on ahead to set up surveillance and everything else. I think that was a smart move.
How'd the hospital go?
He is a vegetable.
Right.
Seems like he may have flashes of something going through his head, but very many things in his system. Doctor wasn't
What kind of things?
protolaphasin.
Oh, right.
Lots of antihistamines.
Right.
Do you think he could have been drugged?
Well,
Or do you think he took them
Somebody got
himself?
him?
We don't know.
I can't actually be sure. There was actually no markings on his body. It didn't look like any source of inhaling, ingesting of it that we could actually tell. But he had a lot in the system, and it was doing wonders to his body. He was completely zoned out. There wasn't much we could actually get else we could get from that.
A few of the nurses on site said that they saw just minor, kind of bizarre occurrences, screams, things like that, but nothing conclusive. Hopefully we can find out a little bit more here.
Yeah. I'm hoping so too.
Yeah. What about the forum? What about checking out, because he Hennessy said,
Right, like that's his real name.
I think he's an alcoholic. Hennessy. He just I don't know. Doesn't
That's
matter.
my favorite thing in the whole world.
Who are we to judge?
Yeah, fucking right.
But he did say that there was an SOS that came through that forum. So maybe we check out his activity right before he was on that forum.
Right. Let's see. Did he have like a cell phone or something on him when they took him to the hospital?
No.
He would have been like,
Personal device.
yeah, all his like he didn't have it on him. So if he does have one, it's in his apartment more than likely.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can take a look.
Has this like has it been cordoned off as like a crime scene? Does it have like the tape? Or
I mean,
things
it's
on
not a crime scene. He was just unconscious, but nobody there's no reason to have like cordoned it off. But as far as we know, nobody has entered besides the paramedics.
Okay,
that
it's
took
just
him out.
you said that they sent like a cop for him.
Yeah, they
so
sent-
I was
yeah.
wondering if like they did anything. That's all.
Has anyone arrived at the scene since you guys have been here?
No, but that reminds me, I'm going to set up a little bit of a ping system that my phone gives a little ping if it tracks anybody walking in the hall.
All right,
So
you see in the camera.
We have a heads up if someone tries.
Special agent, I'll follow your lead.
All right, I say we start investigating. Can I grab my flashlight out and start just kind of like looking to see if there's any like footprints, like anything weird, bizarre that just
Yeah.
does the apartment look normal?
Yeah,
Does
from
it
the
look
outside,
like-
looks like a normal apartment. Even if you give it a bit of a search, there's nothing that stands out besides what would be a normal foot traffic, or just what a normal. You don't see anything obviously strange about the
Out of
outside.
place.
Yeah.
What about the inside? Oh, we're not inside yet. All right.
I'll take my revolver with me. Then I'll have alongside as I follow this special agent.
Better safe than sorry, huh?
Are there trash cans like out front?
Yeah, there is one outside one of those trash cans where it's like got the metal rims that like goes out like this, and it's got like a plastic trash bin inside.
I'll just while we're over here too, I just want to dig through the top, see if any bottles, syringes, anything.
Drug paraphernalia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paraphernalia of the drugs.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be anything outside of the norm. There might be what you think might be the end of a used joint, maybe, but it's hard to tell. It might just be a rolled cigarette,
Never smoked joints going to school for being a physician. Never touch the stuff. But I'm gonna pop on some gloves, put on a little baggie, and I'm gonna pull out some tweezers as well too, and pick it up. And
You see a woman walking her dog, and she's, what are you doing?
collecting. I collect smoked paraphernalia from people.
It's for an art installation.
You are an FBI agent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just take out my badge. I'm like, FBI.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And then she like hurries.
I would get my gun at the ready just in case. And I'll look
Yeah.
at him and I'll signal him. And I'll just, I'm going to knock on the door.
There is no response.
No, wait a couple
That's
seconds.
because he's at the hospital. Sam.
I know, Sherlock.
Stanley.
I'm just making
different S.
sure, just in case maybe he has a spouse or someone else.
Can I try and pick the lock?
You would have been given keys by Hennessy.
Then
so.
I
But you can still try.
unlock the door
The regular way.
with a key.
Yep.
The best lockpick available. And yeah, but I would like to inspect the door first to see if there's any like damage to the frame or anything like that, like forced entry.
No forced entry. I mean, it looks like maybe like the paint's peeled, but that's probably a lot to do with the heat.
Okay.
And his apartment's lower.
His is the upper one.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I start putting things over my feet too, little cushy things, and some
I'll-
bottles.
Oh, we
I'll,
should
like-
probably all do that.
I'll
I
unlock.
brought my own.
I'll unlock
I
the
too.
top bolt. Is the top is it both locked?
No, it's just a.
Just the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'll check the bolt. Check the first lock. I'll look over at the special agent, make sure that she's like ready,
Ready.
and then I open the door.
All right. You enter his apartment, and at least the front room is fairly sparse. There's a couch, a TV, a small kitchenette. Nothing incredibly, interesting about that. Even if you search, you don't find a lot. But in there's a single bedroom in the back, and that's where things are a little bit more interesting. It's very messy. There's a lot of food wrappers from fast food joints and other stuff, and then papers in folders like strewn about and piled up from like what would look like investigations. And various there's a journal that's that's opened and partly written in, and underneath the bed a small lockbox.
Wow, what is that smell? It smells like soy sauce mixed with Bisquick.
That's because it is soy sauce mixed with Bisquick.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, the biscuit box has soy sauce inside. There's a giant spoon sticking out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking pictures of all of the papers. just in case we.
Yeah, the papers
Get
are like
separated.
spread out on the floor.
Well, there's
are they like up on the wall with like?
There's a
string and
few
stuff,
that are
yeah?
tacked. None of the strings things. There's like a few tacked, but then there's like just like a couple of like manila folders that have some collections of things.
Do we know what he worked for or who he worked for?
Delta Green.
So he's part of us?
Yeah, he's part of
Yeah.
the Delta Green. That's
I'm
why.
sorry, I must have missed that.
We know
I'm
his
sorry.
mundane job.
He was outside of Delta Green. He was a lawyer by trade.
Okay.
But he did a lot of work to because in the course of Delta Green work sometimes you have to sacrifice a person to jail. So he would sometimes do pro bono work for people who maybe have to serve some time for the fate of humanity, or pass some paperwork through that needed to get expedited and various things.
Do the files themselves have any like on the front? Are there any like titles or are they reports? Are they?
There's a lot of it is legal stuff. Some of it is, if you start looking through it, some of it pertains to cases he was working outside of Delta Green operations, just regular stuff. But there is one file that's titled Aguila Hotel. It doesn't seem like it has any real connection to what is happening.
Is that a Latin hotel?
Darn
Abuela.
it. I'm winning, yeah.
Well, I'm going straight to the computer.
You do
All right.
that.
Hey, let me know if you see a phone or something lying around, eh?
Definitely.
And what word they said they had found his body at?
In the living room.
In the living room. Okay, I want to search around
Yeah.
where his body would have been at. Underneath the couch, close to the rug.
I'm gonna try and as best I can break the lockbox open with trying to deal minimal damage. So pick it or
It's not too terrible to get in. You pull out the lockbox, and as you open it, you realize what it probably is typically what you would call in the operation a green box, which is where an agent would store things that doesn't want to get out in the wrong hands, like a collection of things that either they will need or they want other people not to find. In Timothy's green box, you find a run of imported pornography manga comic books. All 57 trade paperbacks appeared to tell appear to be tales of a plucky school kid trying to save the world from a stark and unrealistic tentacle-laden eldritch horror. But the language is definitely isn't Japanese. You're not sure what it is. Like, it looks like a Japanese manga, but you're not sure what language it's written in. And the last issue seems to be missing. You also find a 20-round box of ammo and a Winchester 10mm handgun. The ammo seems to be hollow point ammo, and then you notice that there is a small box, and when you open it up, a tiny about a 1 1/4 inch blue iridescent butterfly starts flying around. It was apparently trapped in this box. It starts fluttering around. It goes into one of the corners.
Oh.
It just kind of hangs out there.
Maybe it was trapped for good
No,
reason.
we need it, Cat. We need it. I kind of quickly, but not trying to make any sudden movements. I kind of get up, go into the kitchen to look for
You get like a nice glass thing, and you trap it and put the newspaper and stuff, and you're able to trap this butterfly.
Okay.
Can I look at the manga and see if I can discern what language it is?
Let's see.
Hey, what is that?
Give me an occult roll.
Oh, an occult roll. Interesting.
Occult.
Not a language roll. 88. Ooh. This is a crit fail.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
It
Oh yeah,
You have it upside down.
doubles.
I get distracted by the porn.
Yeah, you you stare at it and you're trying to decipher the language, but then like the sort of like beauty and surreal strangeness of the acts that are portrayed just like confuse you at first, and then you get sucked in to like just it, and then you feel like for some reason, even though you don't understand the language, you don't understand what's going on in it, you understand perfectly what is happening, the context of it, and you feel like it's not even reading anymore. It's like watching a movie, and then it's like you're there watching it in real life, and then you quickly like come out of that and realize that you were just gone for a moment. Like your mind was just in this weird, strange place. I'm gonna need you to roll sanity.
Which one is that?
Sanity. It should be up here.
Man, I'm like, wow, look at this thing. Look the
San, I see.
the butterfly.
Yeah.
She snaps out.
Which dice do I roll?
The same. So you're trying to roll under.
Oh, maximum current. Do I roll under the max or
Under the current.
Oh boy. 78.
Okay,
Oh,
you're only gonna lose one sanity from just like the what was that?
Whoa, Dr. Shell, I didn't know you were into this stuff. What you got there?
I don't know. It was just she was there, and then the tentacles came, but then they turned into more tentacles, but they went in parts of the body I didn't even know existed or were aroused, but they were somehow aroused in me, and I just don't even.
Okay.
We're gonna get some water.
All right, yeah. Yeah. Can I tell what language that is?
He's like, sure.
You can attempt to.
I'm really into patterns and stuff, so I would
Okay.
like to be like, oh, what the hell is that? This is occult, or this is...
Yeah, give me an occult.
Okay, occult. 36, and I'm 40, so I'm under.
Yeah, you can't read it, but you do know that from various browsing, this is from some long suspected dead tribe of this tribe from sort of the Cambodia Vietnamese region. That this would be like writings that they would, at least it's similar in their whatever their handwriting would be. That you don't know what it says, but it's definitely that sort of.
Right.
It's very similar to that.
Okay, cool.
You said you had a journal, yes?
Yeah.
Can I look at the journal?
Yeah, you peruse it. It starts out. It's there like stuff about his life, about cases. Occasionally talking about like his struggle and with like dating and stuff, and like and just like feeling sorry for himself. As you progress, you start reading about his investigation of the Aguila Hotel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He originally came across it because it's this hotel out in the desert, kind of near where a lot of the music festivals take place, and he first found just came across a kidnapping in 2003. And then there was a police report, but nothing ever came. They weren't sure if somebody was actually kidnapped, if it was false reports, so it never really went anywhere. But then as he talks about researching the hotel, it was an old Spanish mission that has been converted into a hotel, and then the notes just become more erratic and progressively more unhinged as you read them, and they don't quite make as much sense. You can continue to try and decipher them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a, let's see, how about you're good at, give me what would be a good roll for this? Maybe SIGINT or HUMANINT? Either one, whichever one you...
That doesn't,
I would say you don't even actually have to roll. I'd say if you're just going to dedicate the time, because you're pretty good at reading people, and you've dealt with a lot of stuff, so you don't even have to roll because you're so high skilled in that. So you read it, and as you read, you find that his sort of he becomes increasingly more obsessed with this idea of dreams and the power of dreams. And then the idea that we can't really trust reality, and that we don't know if our reality is reality or if it's something else's dream. That like we could all just be living in the dream of something. And like, how do you know? Like, he talks about how whenever he's not sure, he tries to remember what he did that day in backwards order to make sure that he's not in a dream. Because if he's in a dream, then he wouldn't know how he got to where eventually he did. So it's like all these steps he's taking to try and prove to himself that he's not in a dream. And you're slowly like watching him slowly mentally like degrade. And I'm gonna need you to.
Are these like different journal entries or
Yeah,
just one
like,
entry?
It's like as it progresses, as
Got
you're
it.
reading through it, it
Okay.
gets more and more unhinged. Give me a sanity roll.
Okay. Oh.
Does he talk about? Well, I guess I'll let this resolve first.
Oh, it's up here.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, 60.
Let's see. Ooh, 33.
Okay, yeah, you were able to keep, like, you've dealt with crazy people, and you know that, like, your mind sort of protects you when you start to think, okay, yeah, no, I shouldn't probably delve too deep in this, or it's like, this guy, I don't know what he was on, but he was definitely not, he was, a couple of quarters loose, or whatever phrase is that people might have.
So I would just shut the book. And
Yeah, you'd be like, okay, yeah, this is not useful information anymore.
Yeah.
Special Agent,
Yes.
did he talk at all about substance use in the journal at all?
No, but I would assume he was on something, and then I explain everything that you have told me, so about the dreams and how reality is questioning reality. So I would say all of that to you guys.
I guess it'd be, would substance abuse cause the break in reality, or was he trying to use substance abuse to bridge the gap in something that may else have been causing it?
Considering what we've been through, I would think it was the latter.
Yes,
McMurdy.
which is why I bring it up.
I mean, it's crazy, but it's not that crazy. What Neil deGrasse Tyson said is if we eventually come to the point where we can make technology big enough to make a simulation that is advanced as our perceived reality, then they would make one too. And what's the chances we're in the real one? Not great.
Is he
It doesn't matter.
Nah, it's all relative anyway.
So talking of dreams is what you were saying these journal entries are.
Yeah.
It definitely coincides with what it seemed like I had found looking at him for sure.
Do you mean like he could have been dreaming?
I think so. Gotten trapped in this dream world for whatever reason, and he could still be there. He could be having visions of what had actually happened before him, maybe coming back to reality as well too. Interesting stuff.
His investigation and some of the legal paperwork go over this Aguela Hotel. Did the journal at all speak to?
It did. It spoke of a kidnapping back in 2003.
2003.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc, was this guy all
But he was
hopped up on...
questioning it. Sorry,
No,
I
you're all
apologize.
right. Please go
He's
ahead.
not sure if there was exactly a kidnapping, but he does discuss kidnapping. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Does he continue to speak at the hotel
No,
as the
it's very
hallucinations go on, or no? This was just
No, it was just very brief.
Was y'all hopped up on uppers or downers?
It's actually really hard to tell with a lot of it. The blood work that they showed, yeah, different cocktail. I mean, even the doctor that we had talked to, the conclusion that he came to is it was just so much, and the drugs.
But
So
he was
how does it
also a
change so
huge
much?
ass. So
You mentioned
Yes.
amphetamines, though I think that would be majority of be uppers.
Yeah, uppers. Because I heard of guys trying to, keep uppers to avoid going to sleep in our line of business, but
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So he
Very
was trying to
true.
stay awake to prevent himself from going into a dream
And
state.
then going into a dream state while he's also on the upper could also really mess with your
right.
brain as
Was
well
there-
too.
like try to take a downer and then try to stay awake.
Yes. I want to dig more into the carpet, see if I find anything else.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see if I find some uppers.
is there like a computer?
Yeah,
or,
he's been
Oh,
working
yeah.
at the computer.
Okay.
Bathroom. Is there a medicine cabinet?
There is.
Great. I'd like to open it up and see what he's
It is
making.
absolutely filled to the brim with prescription amphetamines, no-dos, and all other forms of uppers that you can see, as well as a small vial of what you probably would assume is cocaine.
Oh.
So he definitely did not want to go to sleep. I'm gonna continue, like, while everyone else kind of seems to be breaking off and going into the separate rooms, I would like to kind of keep a perimeter, but we're on the second floor, and I want to kind of make sure I'm walking by the windows, kind of looking out to see if there's anybody that's taking time to like look up at the apartment or that's been entering. I know that she has the ping set up, but I'm just, like I'm also peeking out into the hallway as well, just kind of like looking to see if there's kind of anyone poking, just that seems to be poking around.
Yeah. So not poking around, but when you do like sort of look out, you do notice that woman that was walking her dog. She's like standing on her lawn talking to probably her husband and then maybe another neighbor. She's
I'm gonna put my gun away, and I'd like to like go outside for a second. But I'll go outside the apartment while they're continuing to like look around for the investigation. And I'm just gonna kind of smoke a cigar outside, light up, and keep an eye on kind of like what's give them a few minutes, see if they kind of continue with their like with their talking.
Yeah.
Like
They kind of, when they see you leave, they kind of hurry inside. It doesn't, at least as far as you can tell initially, it doesn't seem like anything besides just neighbors being looky-loos to like a bunch of five police officers or whatever showed up and were digging through trash and then entered this place.
Yeah. I'll let them continue the investigation while I finish the cigar, and after that, I'd like to maybe like knock on some. I'll get the special agent to knock on doors for you.
When you were done talking. Yes, I agree.
I'd like to know what was on the computer. You find anything, Shark?
Well, let's take a look.
You find a lot of. You find obviously his OkCupid profile. It's not great.
It's not great. He's like, you guys ever think about dreams?
Yeah, fine.
Sorry.
The various other things you would imagine on a personal computer, but then
Inception on his Netflix.
but there is like histories. If you look back at like search histories, it's like how long can someone stay awake before going mad? Effective ways of staying awake and that sort of pathway. And if you go deeper, you do see more research into this hotel, the Aguila Hotel. A couple of some of the more information about the hotel.
Okay. Let's see. Any like documents that he has in his like documents folder or anything like that?
Various like there's a folder like taxes 2018. A couple other like stuff. There were some encrypted files that you can probably be able to break your way into that seem like they have the very obviously a couple of things like. Nothing crazy, but things that a Delta Green agent like this person might have, like contacts to certain things, like protocols for certain things, like if in case of fire, break this sort of things, numbers that he might need if he's ever in trouble. That
right. Well,
and then you find the forum post that is referred to. You find the entry into that. It's actually it's for some like online trading card game that doesn't seem like it's very super popular. You might probably not even have heard of before this. Maybe you have, but it's just like on the message board asking a very like specific question with like only one reply back at it, which seems to you like be like a pattern of like his way of going, I need help, and his handler going like, we're sending help.
Okay. All right, found the SOS. Excellent. Let's see. Now to get into these files.
What about some image files? Any pictures?
More Cambodian stuff.
I don't want to see it. Don't want to know.
Thank you, Drive, for that.
Drive through.
There are typical like photos that we'd expect. Nothing on this computer is. I mean, there's a nothing crazy, but like a Delta Green agent wouldn't probably keep a lot of this stuff in, an obvious place that someone could find it or could lose it easily if they needed to, because you don't want people to know these things.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember those old commercials for that that sleep medicine? I forget what it was called, but it had a blue butterfly
Oh yeah.
in it. Remember
Yeah, I know
that?
what you're talking about.
You think that's a
Lunesta?
coincidence, or should we check out this
This
butterfly?
I do believe was a that was for sinus infection stuff.
Of course.
But you believe
I forget.
correctly.
Nobody likes to
It's
know
okay.
it all.
Did he have Lunestra in his
He did
cabinet?
not. He did not have Lunestra, but I think you're thinking of Ambient. He did not have that either.
That too, yes.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's. I know it seems crazy, but it seems like somebody who's devastatingly afraid of sleeping sees a blue iridescent butterfly that he associates with sleep, and he kidnaps it and puts it in his box. But why? That's a stretch. But why
It's an interesting
is
thought.
the
And then
butterfly
why
in his
is it
box?
still alive? This
And
butterfly.
how is it?
Yeah, how?
It must be some sort of a cult
Is it real?
or hyper.
course
Yeah,
That's
I
true. Is it real?
can't.
Are you
I
guys?
look back at the butterfly.
Yeah, that's true. Is it real?
As far as you can tell, it seems alive.
Like it started flapping around when
Yeah.
we opened the box.
I mean, you're not sure how many days a butterfly could survive in something like that. Is anyone gonna you all have the ability to research this if you want.
Yeah, I'll research how long that could stay alive for.
You look up and it looks like it might be on the this butterfly won't survive very long with how long it was trapped in there. But you look at the markings and you try and find if you can identify this butterfly. Give me a roll for that. Let's just say science.
I have chemistry and physics. You have biology.
If
I have some. Well, mine's mathematics.
Hey, Stanley.
mostly,
you
Can
can,
come check out this butterfly?
Sure.
Check out the.
you're gonna research it. And
Identify.
you can basically make a luck roll if you want, which is basically 50-50.
Can I see if there's any sort of cryptography in the markings? Like, are there any patterns that are outside of like a normal biological butterfly that?
Nothing about there aren't any clear
Okay.
there's not any weird glyphs carved into this butterfly's patterns or anything. Thank you, Tia Turner.
Yeah, I'm a pen in the lake kind of guy. I stare into the butterfly. Do I see the face of an elder god staring back at me?
Let's see, and we've got
What's
Let's
your
see.
gut say?
Yeah.
Dry fruit gives one reroll
Drive.
to Jesse.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you. Oh, I got a tiny little stack.
Yeah, and then so if you want, you can try and find some pictures related, look up blue butterflies. Kind of look. If somebody wants to do that.
Hey, Shark.
Yeah,
Want to do a Google image search on this?
sure. See
You start looking it up, and you're able to find if after a while you can look it up. It's called a I don't know how to pronounce this. XERCES blues. Xerxes blues. Butterfly. As you're researching it, though, you find the Xerxes blue is a butterfly native to certain areas. When
The
it's
Aguela Hotel?
yeah, no, but
It is a Spanish
but
butterfly, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
South America.
it did go extinct in 1941.
Oh,
Whoa.
So I'm gonna need you to make
Okay.
a sanity roll for me.
Oh shoot.
I could do that.
Yeah.
There's definitely a reasonable explanation for this. Nice. 38.
38,
Is
under?
below my...
Yeah, it's probably reasonable. You take one sanity loss, but you're nah, I'm sure maybe it's like a crossbreed or a weird mutation of some other one, like a colorful monarch. They do all kinds of things with science these days. Everything's coming
Genetic
back.
engineering.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring back mammoths in a year.
Yeah.
So
Are you crazy?
I don't know anymore.
I like to look
This is weird.
more deep into his bedroom, like maybe under. Let's see if there's any like loose floorboards, or maybe there's a picture, maybe there's something behind it, or maybe under the mattress, like any like.
Maybe he's got a bug out bag or something.
I don't know. You just never know. Like maybe there's just something else in this bedroom that he's
A time machine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's see. PA Pearman gives one reroll to me and one to the table. So at any point, if anyone on
Nice.
wants to grab that one, they are free to do so.
Thank you.
So you you check around. It doesn't seem like any loose floorboards. There does seem to be kind of a like a go bag that like if he needed to get out quick would be okay, but that's nothing outside of what anybody who does what you all do might do. Just like standard precautions.
Can I just look through the go bag?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, there's a change of clothes, a few water purifying tablets just in case, and a K-bar knife.
Okay. How about these neighbors?
Yeah, I come upstairs after my
Oh, sorry.
cigar and
Yeah.
Special Agent. Do you mind if we do the
No,
canvassing?
let's go.
It's a strong cigar
So
for a strong man.
for a growing boy.
That doesn't count as quitting smoking.
It doesn't. No.
Okay.
We still believe in you.
only two of the neighbors are currently home at the moment.
All right.
Okay.
So is
So I
it,
would knock on the door.
all right,
Sorry,
you knock
not
at the
to-
door. An older woman answers. Yes, hello.
Hi, FBI.
Oh,
Just here for just want to ask you a couple questions. My
Oh,
friend, Mort. This is Mort.
Hello.
I'm Sam.
Evening.
Hi, Deirdre.
You don't mean to harm you or anything. Just want to get some information about your neighbor.
Oh, Clarice.
No, not that one. Mr.
Timothy.
Timothy.
Oh, yes. Number 5 or 4. Sorry. Yes, number 4.
Right. Have you noticed any strange behavior lately with him, or have you noticed any new contacts he's had with any new people coming to the
No,
house?
he's a quiet boy. He'll say hi when he's leaving, but he doesn't talk. It's always the quiet one. He never brings women around. My grandson's much like that. Quiet type.
It's an OK Cupid profile. It's not working.
This may sound like a strange question, ma'am, but have you heard any like bizarre or loud screams in the middle of the night, anything like that?
No,
Yeah, again,
He's
also-
sorry.
I don't think so.
Has he ever acted different in your presence? Maybe not speaking words, maybe not speaking thoughts that are clear to you, or in just passing in conversation.
No, he doesn't. We don't talk much. So I guess I wouldn't know if he's acting different unless even if he were.
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
Yes.
The special agent can leave you your card if you see
Yes.
anything
Thank you.
weird again happening over the next few days.
Oh, because there's been a dog wandering this neighborhood. I don't know whose it is. It's a wild dog.
It's not your dog, is it?
It's not my dog,
All right.
but we can. If it's a dog, though, I would like to
Oh,
help it in some way. Maybe
of course.
Can you give me a description of the dog?
She spends the next half hour telling you about this dog.
Great. I kind of nudge you. I'm like,
Wrap it up. Come on.
we're good.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
It's a
Deirdre.
dog. I'll find it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I would look at
Okay. Next on the list.
Yeah.
All
Next
right,
one down.
So you knock on the door. It's a woman in her 40s. She's like, hello.
Hi, FBI.
Oh,
I just have a couple of questions for you. We don't mean any trouble or anything. Just,
okay.
Just some questions about your neighbor, Timothy Hennessy.
Oh,
In number 4.
number 4. Yeah.
May
Quiet.
I have your name, please?
Clarice.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Clarice.
She's
What? This is number what on the apartment?
she's number 2.
Great. How well do you know Timothy?
Not really. We don't talk much. He orders a lot of delivery. I know sometimes they knock at my door. They think it's him. He's. I mean,
is number 2 below, or is it?
yeah, it's
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so number 2 is below him.
He's not. He doesn't throw wild parties or play loud music. Great neighbor. We don't talk, and we leave each other alone.
Again, this is just standard questions, but has anything seemed out of the ordinary recently? Maybe like weird noises during strange parts of the night, screams, anything like that?
No, why? Was he one of those like? Is he one of those killers? Like, does he like chop up women and stuff? Is there dead bodies in there?
No, nothing like that.
You're very happy about that.
I watched a lot of Lifetime. I just thought like maybe I could be like interviewed by somebody and.
Well,
like,
you're being interviewed by both of us, so that means something.
I meant like on a TV.
Oh. Well, I can ask my friend upstairs, Shark, to bring down a camcorder, and he can videotape you. Anyway, back to business.
I don't think I want to be a part of that.
No, it was a joke.
It's getting true crimier than ever.
Look, we have a few questions to ask you,
Yes.
but also, would you like to be a part of a snuff film?
Of course.
Just again, that was just standard question about the strange noises. We've had some reports. We're just checking in on a few things.
Have you noticed anyone strange coming into his apartment?
No, I didn't.
Or just don't really.
The only time I saw someone enter the apartment was when those paramedics showed up the other day to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about a stray dog?
No, what? Straight? I mean,
Just
okay.
check.
We had reports of a stray dog, Shifty Eyes.
Oh, it's Deirdre. She thinks every dog that barks is some crazed dog that I don't know where she gets these ideas.
All right. Well, here's my card. If you have any other information for us, or if anyone else tries to contact him, knocking on the door, will you please give us a call? Let us know.
Also, if you see that dog with the Shifty Eyes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
So we would go back into the apartment where these three are.
So looking around where his body was at, and then also checking out the drugs, or not the drugs, but all the medication and everything.
Trying.
Trying the drugs.
Sampling.
Yes.
Licking my fingers, sticking it in what we think is cocaine, sticking a little bit in my mouth as well. My lip is a little numb. I'm not used to cocaine. Anything
Stanley's so efficient.
incredibly efficient.
The lick test.
There are
Thank you.
a lot of different uppers. Nothing that is crazy or weirder than you would expect to see from uppers, but they're just just the volume. There's a lot of uppers.
And then any other, like where they found him in the living room, anything under the couch, maybe any of the bottles or anything that there's like maybe like a bottle or two of like over the counter or like no-dos and kind of stuff that have fallen in a couch cushion somewhere or rolled under there. But yeah, nothing incredibly weird.
Not like 12 cans of Four Loko or something.
I mean, yeah.
I'd like to check out his bed after this.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, I've got just a pad and I'm just writing down everything we got. Found a box and just shoving everything inside that.
This may be nothing, but
Evidence.
do
I have an evidence kit. I would show you my evidence kit.
the prescriptions are they all from different doctors?
They're from different doctors and have different names.
Okay.
He's been
Different
playing
doctors
the
and
doctor field.
How many doctors are there?
There's at least 4.
4 different doctors. Do I know any of them?
How well do you know the doctors in Barstow?
The California Doctors Meeting.
Conference.
Yeah, I go
Yearly
there. I go
conference.
there once a year. It's in July when we go for golf.
Really, that's great. It's weird. You don't know any of these ones.
So to wrap up, if you're done with that part of it, I want to know everything that he knows, at least from the forums he's been at, of what he's been reading about the power of dreams and also about the hotel.
Okay.
And then I want to check his email too.
There's a lot of like different weird hippy dippy stuff he's read about, like, you know, dreams have power, you know, like dreams connect us to the great subconscious, great unconscious, like you can travel dreams, like you can be a dream walker and all kinds of like weird hippie stuff.
Does it say like how to be a dream walker?
I mean, there are like there's talk about like lucid dreams and how to train yourself to be good at lucid dreaming and stuff like that, and then it gets more obscure and weirder and like, you know,
well,
pseudoscience beyond that.
This is very strange.
Is anybody poking around so far have any reference to this butterfly and all?
Oh, have
Like, besides what we looked up, like, did the journal or any of his paperwork, like, is there any mention of this butterfly from him?
And then nothing in like Dreamwalker lore or anything about butterflies?
Not that you can see, but it's like the green box that you found it in could be from past cases.
many
it could be,
different cases.
so.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not coming across anything like
Did I
that.
see the butterfly in the journal in the?
No,
No.
not. It made no direct reference to it.
I would tell more. No, nothing here.
And as far as the hotel, more research about about when it was founded, it's run by a person named Glenn Henley, owner and operator of the Aguila Hotel. It's looks like from like pictures that you can find, it's a converted Spanish mission that is now a hotel. It's about 10 rooms. It looks like, an okay place. It doesn't look like crazy modern or anything, but it looks like it was refurbished some point in the 70s and hasn't changed much since then.
Okay. Can you book online?
You can.
Okay. Good to know.
So are there booking records? Did he stay at the hotel?
He did stay at the hotel.
Nice.
Do we know when?
He stayed at the hotel about a week ago. He stayed there for 3 days.
Oh.
I feel like we need to go investigate this.
And that lines up pretty heavily with like when the journal started to go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Just to check, can I check by his pillows under the mattress,
Mm-hmm.
just inside of the pillowcase?
Yeah, there's nothing crazy about any of that kind of stuff. There is, you do notice there's a little bit of like maybe dandruff or something like on one of the pillows from the one he clearly sleeps on.
Gross.
Is there no like appeal, no special appeal to this hotel, or the history was
It's,
something
it's,
happened there?
Where was it located?
it's in the desert, kind of near where a lot of the music festivals like Coachella and Burning Man would be. It's in that sort of like part of the desert. So it's just like just another hotel out there. It's kind of out of the way of a lot of things. So it's not near any big cities or anything. It's so if you want to like get away, it seems like it might be useful for that.
Shark, do you see any reservations for dinner anywhere in the restaurants in Barstow? Perhaps we can talk to some of the restaurants.
I could take a look. I mean, usually that's let's take a.
You just
let's
never
find out.
know. Maybe
Yeah, you
the
never know.
credit card transaction.
Oh yeah, let's go
Well,
through the whole credit card history.
We do,
Purchases.
we do have all of his, we have reference here of some of the food that he ordered.
We do.
If we want to talk to delivery guys, it seems like that he was kind of shut in for the most part. But also too, Shark, if after that, again, it'd be under the purview for the special agent. So absolutely take her suggestion first on this. But I would like possibly, if we can, maybe if you can get into the Indio Police Department, maybe they might have records of the possible of what the 2003 kidnapping may have been. Like again, they said they didn't find anything, but if they might have record of the 911 call or some sort of transcript or at least some sort of any files we might be able to find on that.
If I can get into the police department.
Not if, just when you get around to it.
Coming right up.
Real quick, was there any kind of music festival or anything actually happening when he stayed there? Do we see why he stayed there? No events?
There was no event that particular weekend that he was staying there.
Okay.
Have we found his phone?
No.
Can we search around?
Yeah,
See
you
if maybe
search.
there's a phone?
You search around, and you can't seem to find it in any of the more obvious places and the less obvious places.
And it wasn't. And we asked the hospital about any effects on the.
Yeah, you would have gotten all those effects, which was just the clothing he was wearing.
Does he seem like an Apple guy? What kind of computer is that?
That is a MacBook Air, one of the new ones. So slight gray, no touch bar though.
Do you want to see if you can break into his iCloud and see if you can ping the GPS on his phone if he's got an iMac or a MacBook? He probably has an Apple.
Yeah.
He might be able to.
These are all fun ideas. I like them all.
All right. So you check the Find My Phone, and there's an error code when you do the Find My Phone.
Let's search up that error code.
It says you search it up, and it seems like it's either related to the function not working or the cell phone being outside of like any sort of network range.
Okay, not functioning or outside of any sort of network range that would make this phone functional.
This is crazy. This is a crazy idea. But do you think that phone could be wherever that butterfly came from?
Back in time?
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm willing to entertain any ideas about that. I don't know. I mean, if it's out of range, I mean, that means what? It'd be like overseas or like under the ocean?
Well, could it be at the hotel? Because you said that the hotel's out, kind of out in the desert.
Can I tell what kind of provider,
sense.
what his provider was, and what their coverage map looks like?
Yeah, I mean, like any coverage map around this sort of area doesn't seem like the kind of area where you would get great signal. You could probably, depending on the coverage, but you would say like it would be spotty at best no matter what coverage you got.
It's kind of a little remote out there. It's possible. Maybe he's left it. Something.
Also, he's a Delta Green agent. He probably just had it turned off.
That's true, because then you said that his SOS came through the forum.
Right,
One of
for
the
some
forums, right?
card
So
game.
He didn't use it on his
He didn't have
phone.
his phone. If he had anything important on there, he might want to track his phone if it ever got lost, though. But he didn't keep too much on his computer. Probably didn't keep too much on his phone either.
Did he send the forum message from this very computer? All right, so he was here when he decided he was in trouble.
But it seems like that the start of his descent into whatever maybe led him to this state was out at the hotel. I think that would be the probably next step.
Yeah.
Safe to say. How old are the prescriptions?
They're all fairly recent, but none of them have his name on them. But you would imagine like he probably used contacts or like just normal like fake names and fake documents and stuff like that. Like because you all have some ability to like conceal your identity if you need to. So
Can we write down all his aliases just to have that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the kitchen?
Water, a jar of peanut butter,
Bag of chips. Or
yeah,
anything?
You hungry?
there's a bag of chips.
What kind of
So
animal
I'm
eats peanut
I'm gonna look
butter?
around the kitchen a little bit. I'm gonna grab one of the bag of chips. I'm gonna open it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, well, I still got another cigar. I'll be outside. Next up is probably the
one of
hotel for
those-
the investigation. I'll see you out there.
It's one of those smaller individual like bags like you would get. Yeah.
How,
I guess he's not using them.
How fresh is the cocaine?
Says the physician.
Having tried it.
It hasn't spoiled yet. I don't know how to answer that. I've never done
hasn't
cocaine.
curdled.
Yeah.
It's stamped with an expiration date.
Best of use by.
Oh, that's on there. What's the date?
Yeah. It's 2 weeks from now, so you still got some
my
use. to it.
1941.
The pot thickens.
What was
Did he book the hotel under his own name?
He did not.
Okay.
He booked it under one of his aliases.
Okay, check it against his aliases.
Yeah. It came through an alias and a phony credit card.
Okay. What was the
Same under the same alias.
same as some of those? Okay. Cool.
What is the alias name?
Let's see. It was Sam Sullivan.
I'm guessing we'll want to talk to the front desk people about him.
coat.
Does he have a coat near the front door or anything like that?
No,
Was there anything by-
there's in the closet. You can find a dusty winter coat that's been sitting around for a while.
I'll just. There's probably nothing in there, but I'm gonna check the pockets.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything in there.
Great.
Hey, before you go, I noticed that there was a gun in that lockbox. I mean, you already got one. I was thinking,
You know how to use one?
Sure, I've been training. Been working on my kung fu.
No, that's not
That'd be
good.
good.
No.
I mean, it's practically the same thing. It's self-defense. It's more like your spirituality.
You've got two of us with guns.
Yeah, you should go and just take a gun.
Use your kung fu.
All right, someday.
Exactly.
Someday. I'll work on
one
it.
day. You'll grow up.
That's
one day.
fine. That's fair.
No, but like we should take the. I suggest you take the box with us.
Okay. And the butterfly.
The butterfly. I have like a rubber band around it with the paper that I trapped it in. I poked a few holes in the paper too, so it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close the box up with all the drugs. We'll take those out, stick it in a trunk. I don't want
All the drugs.
anybody else messing with those.
Yeah.
Sam, with all due respect,
Yeah.
I was wondering, and maybe put it out to the group, if when we go to the hotel, we maybe approach it a little bit stealthily. We approach it. I can stop back at Caltech. I can grab some telescopes, and we can go out there as an astronomy group. Just star enthusiasts.
Oh,
I
good
don't know
Star
if you want to
Wars.
lead with FBI investigation,
No,
but I know
we
sometimes
can-
those people in.
Let's do that.
You know.
I'll make sure I
How
don't look
often
like.
do astronomers wear Kevlar vests?
Hey, shooting stars, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just an
Take
idea.
one of my rerolls. That was
That's
funny.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I'll just make sure to have an extra outfit so I look completely different. If
I have a couple
we-
cousins who live outside of Modesto, Sacramento area, and they are just anything to do with the government. They are just paranoid from the get-go, and they
right,
don't want
right.
to talk.
Hmm.
They don't want to be snitches. They
We
don't-
could
So-
book some rooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can act as guests.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
that's a good idea.
That's what I was thinking.
And just in case whoever owns the place isn't on the up and up either, Well, we don't know what kind of crazy crap they're doing.
Right.
We have
We have all these other aliases
We have
we
some
could try to
aliases.
use.
Yeah.
Hey, nice. Time to
You
bring
probably
out
have-
old
sure we have
Bradley
a
again.
few.
Yeah, you have a few, and if you ask your handler for some assistance with that, he could probably provide.
Is his computer a laptop? Oh, it's a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it and install a VPN so it's always on VPN and
Yeah.
try to hide it, and I'm gonna just take the laptop.
Yeah.
Cool. Just take that with me. It's light as air.
Lockbox, drugs. We're good to go.
Butterfly.
And a butterfly.
For good luck.
Do you think we should stop back at the hospital at all? And if there's a chance that he is in a dream state and he is in another location, maybe if we try to talk to him, like I know you said that you stabbed him in the leg.
It was a
You
light.
stabbed him in the
It was a
leg.
light prick.
I watched it. It was.
A light
Got
prick.
it. You and your light pricks. But maybe if we go and talk to him and well, first of all, there's two things. One, when somebody is sleeping, and if this is basically showing as him sleeping, there are various ways of trying to wake somebody up that we could try. I don't know if that's the right thing because the doctors have probably tried that. But if this is some sort of occult thing, maybe if we mention the Aguila Hotel, if we bring up some of these things that are a little bit more provocative for him, like maybe we can rise him to some sort of consciousness.
Those books you found?
Yeah. Bring one of the books.
The manga books.
Mm-hmm.
You hold on to these.
All right.
I like peek at the cover. I wonder where that last one is.
Which one?
Yeah, there's one missing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
The last volume.
14 out of 15, or what
The
was
last volume in the series was
Could we
missing.
Google that? Is
There-
that the last one was?
You search
it?
it.
Sure. Let me pull up my Cambodian keyboard.
Yeah, you try and find because you understand some of how to best to SEO this,
Mhm.
but you don't find any results, which is the weirdest thing about this. You find so much other pornography but you don't, and it's hard to because there's so much pornography on the internet, it's hard to cipher through, but from unless you go super deep, like days deep into this, it's gonna be real hard to find any even like mention of something like this.
Anyone got friends in Cambodia?
I look over at his phone. Shark, what would your mother think?
Friends?
Or a friend?
Yeah, she knows. She's dead.
I know some.
Well, it's a goose egg. I'll have to keep up on that, but I don't know if we're right now.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's head to the hospital, and then afterwards we'll head to Barstow.
Okay. So you guys head back to the hospital.
Do get something to eat on the way.
Yeah, if you're hungry.
Very hungry.
I could use a bite.
Do you want to? Oh yeah, well, we can go to a restaurant
Get some
first.
food.
Food. We'll sit down first.
Sure.
Are you hungry?
To go.
Stanley, you right?
I don't
Yes,
think
To go.
I'm fine.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I had to make sure that it was actually cocaine earlier. A little tingle in my lip.
I saw you doing a little.
The evidence
Yeah, you did.
alone.
So you guys
Have to be very thorough.
get a meal.
Okay, house.
You fuel up, and then y'all head back to the hospital. So what's the plan of action for the hospital?
Seeing if any, as you were saying, trigger words,
Yeah.
right? Anything can definitely
we
trigger
asked to go,
him.
yeah, we asked to go see the patient one more time.
Yeah, you go. So you're trying to basically sort of say words, show objects to try and like trigger any sort of response.
Yeah,
Go
we're
show
kind of
the
like watching.
butterfly,
We're,
the
the butterfly.
we're watching like the brain monitor and the EKG.
I'm gonna stand by the door because I really don't want any of the doctors coming in looking.
Yeah.
If,
I'll
or
wait on the
if-
outside.
yeah, in case someone is trying to spy in. I'm just kind of curious.
And I want to focus, like, when we're doing that, really focus on his eyes, see if
Yeah.
anything I would
So
notice.
you begin like mentioning the hotel and some of the things like talking, reading back some of the passages from his journal, and you do notice like the blips are coming more often than you would expect them to, and then you pull out the butterfly. You mentioned the butterfly, and then the name of the butterfly, the investigation. You're continuing to like bombard with information, and then you just, for a moment, Tim is still, and then suddenly just opens his eyes and screams as if he's being attacked, and then suddenly like blood is coming out of his mouth.
Oh!
And then he just dead.
What?
Oh! Oh no!
What was the last thing they said?
The last thing you read from his journal, it says, and still the voices are calling from far away.
I want to attempt CPR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't have to, because like nurses are coming in there and they're putting tubes in him and like CPR and they struggle, but they cannot save him. I'm gonna need everyone who was in the room to make a sanity roll for me.
I feel like. Oh yeah. I don't know who is.
37. I got underneath.
35.
Cool.
I
Ooh,
rolled
me
a
too.
1.
I did too.
Okay.
Did you really?
Yes.
Holy crap!
All right, so it's not crazy.
Oh,
It's just watching this happen. If you succeeded, you're fine. If you failed, you do lose one sanity. So you lose one sanity from just watching
Wow.
this person die in this way. Later on, like they do an autopsy report, and it's as if his heart was like crushed, like something crushed his heart. The doctors chalk it up to the incredible amount of amphetamines finally killing his heart. But
Likely story. It was memories. Memories killed this man.
So they did the autopsy while we were still.
yeah, this would all have like. if
I'm
you stick
FBI.
around.
I want to be in there for the.
Yeah,
autopsy.
you can
sure.
even be the one doing the autopsy.
Yes, because you have surgery and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
so you can take charge, flex your muscle, but it does seem like the heart has
brain muscle.
sort of collapsed, and obviously you weren't able to like look at his heart beforehand, but it seemed like the heart wouldn't have been this damaged. It's the heart of somebody who had either incredible heart defects or years of abuse, and neither which seems to be the case for this individual, but it's it can easily be explained as things that it probably wasn't. Like, he did a lot of drugs. He was a drug addict. That's what killed him, and that's what everyone seems to be perfectly fine with that idea.
Yeah, but in the back of my mind, I definitely believe that it's something else for sure. I mean, drugs would definitely make his heart stop, make it sound. But if it's definitely in worse shape than most people would actually think, yeah, I'm suspicious.
Should close his eyes and go, "Okay, Cupid."
So, with all of this going on, it's probably getting very late, and you probably all don't want to head out to the hotel today. You probably want to do that in the morning. Okay.
I can book them. We head out in the morning.
So you guys, those of you that are locals, can go back to your domiciles. The others have an hotel at the Marriott that you can stay on, and you all settle down for the night. I'm gonna make everyone make a willpower save for me.
Power.
My willpower is not high.
What is
That's
willpower?
that's
Just
just
power?
right?
Yeah, just power.
Willpower.
Oh no, willpower points.
Yeah,
And we
you
can
just
do
pow.
my-
With
Power.
the
Oh,
100?
power. Oh, sorry, got it.
Yeah, you're always rolling 100s. That's what I'm having you roll.
Oh boy.
Okay. So wait, but what am I?
You're trying to get under your
failure.
POW.
Yeah, that's not happening for me.
Pass.
No.
Oh, under the POW?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, under the POW. Oh, I thought it was under the willpower points.
I'm just slightly over.
Just slightly
Oh,
over?
under.
I'm like way over. I'm 84.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you two are over?
Yes.
I'm
Just slightly.
under.
Yeah.
You're over? And then you two are under?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Mort,
Yes.
you have a dream, a rather strange, vivid dream, of being held down, strapped down onto a gurney as people are staring at you and looking at you, talking about you like you're not there. And then eventually they just start poking you. At first it's not much, but then the pokes become deeper and more violent, and more violent, and more violent. And eventually they are literally just stabbing into you, and you can't move or scream or say anything. I'm going to need you to make a sanity roll for
Yeah,
me.
because that definitely sets off my whatever my
Violent pass.
my violent tendency or whatever that is that I honestly don't know what are the left word on the sheet, but against my sanity,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a fail. I just don't know where I'm looking.
It's towards the top of the sheet. It's current sanity, the statistic data.
Right here. 55. Yeah, so no, I fail.
All right. Take a D4 of sanity loss.
There it is.
And is there a D4 somewhere you can borrow? Yeah. As you just suffer.
So I subtract that from my current?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Let's see. You have a dream about you're doing an autopsy, and as you're like cutting into the patient looks up at you and it begins telling you how they died, everything that's wrong with them, and then is actually even criticizing your work as you're doing it. It's like, well, that's not. I mean, a Y incision. It's that, and you're like dealing with like the absolute strangeness of this, and he's like, no, that's not how you do. Let me figure it out. And then suddenly you're on the table, and the patient is and begins like doing the Y incision and stuff. And he's like, see now these, and is like pulling out organs. These like we weigh the heart. Like this is basic 101 stuff here. I'm gonna need you to make a sanity roll.
That's a 2.
It's a 2.
Was
Okay,
it a 2 or 102?
it's 2.
I think it's
Okay,
2-1.
so
Yeah.
you are able to withstand that. You brush it off as just a dream. Yours also was a failure. Okay, your character. You find yourself in a hallway, a sort of like a stone hallway, but there's like so much light, this like red light that it makes a stone look like this porous sort of spongy red that's almost looks like it's pulsing. and then as you see a light at the end of the tunnel, you start heading towards it, but the pulsing continues, and it seems like the corridor is getting smaller and smaller, and for some reason you don't want to go backwards. You want to keep going forward, but everything keeps getting tighter and more compressed, and you feel yourself getting more and more compressed down as you're trying to fit and squeeze and being squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. Make a sanity roll for me.
54. My current is 60.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to that's a real strange dream, and then the two of you don't have crazy dreams like that, but all of you, and you can decide whether or not you discuss this later. All of you, in your dream at some point that night, see a shape, kind of like a dog. You're not sure if it's because the old woman mentioned a dog or what it was, but you see it like in your periphery. You think, was that a dog? Well, whatever. It happens a couple of times in your night as you start to think about but it's almost like it's like trying to remember a dream. You can't quite keep a good track of where it is or what happens, but you definitely, all of you at some point in your dream, notice this weird, shadowy, beast-like shape in your dream.
It's the Grim.
So, you all get up in the morning. Some of you more exhausted than others.
Yeah.
And meet up.
Any of you had bad dreams last night? Because I had them.
I dreamed they discontinued the McRib again.
Oh, damn those McDonald's people.
Yeah, I know. They're always hurting me. They bring you up, they give you the good stuff, the new stuff, and then they take it away again.
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, deep, weird dreams here.
No, I was oddly disturbed. Normally, I have great dreams about my dog, but this one, it was bizarre. It was like I was being poked, but not by me doing the poking. It was the other people, and I was bleeding, and then there was this weird shadowy dog thing, and...
Wait a minute. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I try to forget my dreams, but I do remember there was a dog of...
But so being poked, like how you poked
karma.
Yeah, it was very much of like that
Yeah.
universe turning things back on me.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, mine was performing surgery, being scolded by my patient, and then I'm on the table as the patient being scolded by the person who's pretending to be me.
Again, getting your own medicine.
Yeah,
Interesting. You didn't do that cocaine, did you?
not this morning.
There was none left. Just kidding.
Mine was just going down a hallway and red light pulsating and felt like I was being squeezed to death. And then...
Maybe possibly squeezing information out of people.
Or like his heart being squeezed?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
You know, you're right,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
But what...
Wait a minute. You're on a good point here. Did we experience everything that he's experienced? The poking, the heart.
Oh.
And then
Surgery.
what was your... And then...
Well, I performed the
the
autopsy.
surgery, yeah.
Jersey driver.
Jersey driver.
Did he eat a McRib before the...
No.
I didn't see that in his stomach.
Yours
no.
was a good dream, though.
Yeah.
You just seen his stomach.
It's kind of nice.
There was a lot of fast food there.
You made
Oh,
it.
yeah. True.
What was your dream? You didn't tell us your dream. Sorry.
You got the good one.
There may or may not have been some manga. Don't judge me.
Oh, wow. You had
But
a
it
good
really
dream.
wasn't a bad dream.
Well, but it's still even connected. McRib, that's fast food. Manga, maybe not the
But
same type of manga.
I did see the dog. That did.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
dog.
I didn't
thought
clock it, but once if you saw it too, that freaks me.
Yeah, the
out.
second that they all mention it, you go, no, there was a dog in my dream.
Yeah.
Mine, too.
I thought it was because of that dog that lady was dragging around that mud.
Oh yeah. Oh, didn't you mention that the neighbor lady said there was a?
They said it was a stray dog, but I mean, we didn't get a chance to see it.
No, we
You
didn't
think it's-
look for the dog.
Yeah.
Coincidence with my brain muscle? I think not.
I don't.
Oh man, that means that's always weird. I don't like
Alright.
that. I don't like that at all.
Alright.
It's weird. How did we get exposed to his... Anyway, I'm hungry. Who's hungry? Breakfast? Yes.
McRib.
Ooh, the biscuit things they have.
Oh,
Really do
yes,
like that.
please. Sometimes I get the biscuit thing. I take the McRib. I put the McRib in the biscuit, and then you swap them.
Saving throw does not.
Not sponsored
True.
by McDonald's.
Just don't sing the song.
We're all fighting not to sing.
Yeah, I struggle not to. So you all get breakfast, you meet up, and then what's the plan in here from going forward?
Hotel, yes. Oh wait.
Got my telescopes.
Yes.
Yep.
You got it. You were able to get it, and then the Jersey driver gives one reroll to Jesse.
Hey, Jersey driver.
Yes.
My man. Wow. Yeah.
Wow, hey,
These are
good.
Nice.
These.
There's a
hopefully
table
will save me
one
from
as
dying.
well.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so the check-in is around noon or so, I believe. So.
Yes. We need some outfits though.
How far away is it from where
I could
we're
say,
at right now?
yeah, you could probably, like, if you head out, like, after breakfast, you could probably get there right around check-in time.
Let's make sure we've got some. What do we say we are?
Astronomy club.
Astronomy. Yeah. Outfits.
Yeah.
Disguises.
Astronomy outfits.
We just wear normal clothes.
I guess so.
Right.
And, you know, astronomy fans come in all shapes and sizes. So, all ages, all, you know, all
Should
walks
we-
of life.
All right.
And I brought my Neil deGrasse Tyson shirt.
Okay, that's on the nose, but that's fair.
I know, I'm a
That
little
is-
on the nose.
That's
I changed my shirt.
Good.
Dress pants, button up shirts. It's blue, matches the sky.
One thing I did do, high socks.
High socks.
Because I don't know what's crawling around in the desert, and I am not a biology person.
It's pro tips.
I'm an astrophysicist.
Pro tips from Shell.
So high socks for everyone.
Well, and those little cactuses too, the little cacti.
Cacti.
Oh, yeah,
And they
right.
like scrape your ankles. You ever have that
Yucca.
happen?
Well, high socks will be very good. Yes.
I went to one of these music festivals years ago, and I mean, not on purpose. I was doing an actual astronomy club with
I
some
think
grad
I'm learning
students,
things
and-
about you.
Well,
As-
there was a time.
Give me, as you're talking about the astronomy club in Yucca, you all start to picture it in your minds a little bit as if you were there. Like it's sort of like for a second there you think, yeah, I remember being a part of that, and then you're like, wait, no, I wasn't a part of that. What?
Well,
Why?
None of
It
us know
got
how to
awfully
express
quiet.
it.
Wow.
that was
I
a
can really
weird
kill
deja vu kind of
Yeah,
moment.
that was
Yeah.
a very vivid type of description you just gave us.
Well, I would like to say I have been taking some courses for my students because I have been having to give some lectures. So I've just been up in front of the class. There's been hundreds of kids. It's just me talking. And so I thought I should really get into some more storytelling there. And, you know, the kids just, they all look at me. And
Are we envisioning like
No.
giving a lecture now?
Not
this time?
Not at the moment. You're a
Okay.
little distracted by the deja vu.
yeah,
very-
but I think that's really, that is a testament. I will have to tell my workshop teacher that is a testament to, I think, all right, good. I think I can keep doing this lecture thing and not just do research. That's all right.
Bright future. Bright
Feel
future.
good about that.
You know, if we don't get killed by the forces of Cthulhu. Buzzkill. Sorry.
We're supposed to be the good side.
Yeah.
The
you're
happy
right.
side.
Happy side. Happy side. Hey.
Who's driving?
Not it.
Who's got the best driving skill? No.
Is
You
it?
can all drive.
We all looked.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can all drive a car. If you
Drive
want.
is actually on there.
Yeah, it is.
Drive
It
is
is.
on there.
But you don't need to
I'm
roll.
a good driver.
Yeah.
I'll navigate.
What are you?
I'm a great driver.
I
Yeah.
am not
Don't have
trained in
any-
driving.
It doesn't matter. You don't need a lot of training to get to the Aguila Hotel. So you guys
Yeah, well,
drive.
to get us to India in another 3 hours. Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to go there fast, you're trying to go there fast.
I'm gonna go at least 20 miles above the speed limit.
Okay, give me a drive roll.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I make it.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
managed.
make it.
You managed to keep that needle above the speed limit and not draw any attention from any highway patrol people along the way. And you make there, and I mean, you put Google Maps to shame. You get there 20 minutes faster than it tells you you're gonna.
I make sure to kind of look like a college student, kind of like disheveled, with my shirt
I
out, and I'm
was-
practicing my voice all throughout the.
I brought all my notes from what we learned from the hospital and all the drugs and everything. I want to go. Everything. And with what he told us about the websites, seeing if there's somehow any sort of, if I can somehow find any sort of connection with everything. Just so I have all the information that I need.
Yeah. You research more into, and you probably would have done this already, into the hotel, its ownership. You see the owner, what was his name again? Glenn Henley. He owns the hotel. Nothing like he bought it in the late 70s, renovated it, turned it into a hotel. Not much about him. Your FBI connections would probably tell you he's got like an arrest on his record. In '69 he was arrested at an anti-war protest, but charges were dropped. He attended University of Berkeley. It doesn't state what his major was, but now or that he even graduated. That he attended, and now he runs his hotel.
Can I also say I brought some tents?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some tins.
Tents. Well, I'm thinking if there's something going on with this hotel, we get a bad feeling from it. Obviously, something weird is happening. We might want to not stay inside of it, just and ask for permission to tent around the land or something.
Sleeping out in the desert?
Yeah, because we have to be out there real late if we're going to be looking at the stars. I mean, it makes sense.
We might be kind of setting ourselves up trying to go to sleep in the same place this guy went to sleep and then...
Exactly. And we could split. We can, if anybody wants to volunteer to sleep in where he slept, but I think we need to have a tether to this reality.
But we may not even need to necessarily sleep here tonight. It's mainly about essentially renting the rooms, checking in, and essentially kind of conducting our investigation.
Absolutely.
On the DL.
I forgot I made this, and I made it, so I'm going to put it out there. You do find the floor plan for the hotel.
Nice.
That's the ground floor, and then the second floor below. I took the time to make it, so I'm going to show it to you.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So
Do
are
we
these
know what
separate
room
buildings?
he stayed in?
Not that you can tell.
From his reservation?
No, because they don't have a robust computer system that you can see.
So is that the staircase, that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's the second floor?
Yeah,
All right.
correct.
Okay, so maybe I have an idea as to how we can find out what room he stayed in. I think we should say that he is part of...
Astronomy club.
Maybe he's part of the astronomy club.
He came out
And
early for
he's the one
weather
that
patterns?
suggested this place to us. He was scouting it out, and maybe he left. He thinks he left
His
like a sweatshirt in the
phone.
room or his phone.
His phone.
That may be true. Is it on the reservation? Can I just look and see which room he was in, or does it say?
It doesn't
Oh,
say.
it doesn't say. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So we should try to find out.
Yeah,
how
see where
to-
he stayed.
Hmm.
Yeah. Is this crime like the abduction? Is it kind of like, was it publicized at all, or was it?
No, it's just a report that a
Okay.
person stated that their friend who they came out to the music festival with disappeared. And it's a giant music festival, so they didn't find any sign of foul play, and they said maybe they just went home like early or got a ride or met somebody, and it never really went past that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we make the reservation? Did we?
Oh,
Yeah, I was trying to make the reservation.
Yeah, so you made a reservation
Great.
for all right.
Reservation for 5.
Okay. So you guys made the reservation. You head down there. Takes a couple hours, but you make it there around the time check-in is, anyways.
You're a pretty stellar driver.
Yeah.
And Morty's the best, eh?
So when you get there, there's like a sort of a slightly crumbling wall on the outside that you would know would be like a mission, kind of like a defensive wall, but it's like not in somewhat disrepair. It's more of an aesthetic at this point. And then the inner area, like the courtyard, you see the very large church that is fairly well maintained. I mean, it's like adobe and red brick, sort of thing, and then the typical like courtyard and somewhat converted, but it still kind of has that Spanish mission feel to it.
What's the thing in the middle there?
That is right there is that just looking at. So you got the church. This is labeled as the laundry facilities. You've got the front desk, sort of a hangout place, the kitchen, the patio, and then some rooms, and then upstairs more rooms.
Okay, cool.
That's everything that's on the blueprints. It's it's not a lot there because it is an old Spanish mission, and they didn't get a lot of building permits.
Yeah,
So
pretty rudimentary.
yeah.
So this is right above that.
Yes.
In reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all right. Who wants to do the talky talk?
Maybe leave it up to you, girl.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just gonna.
Right.
I'm gonna be like a college student. Here we go.
So you guys enter the main door, and you see like the front desk. There's a guy in his very early 20s. He just kind of like got his arm up and sleeping it off. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to the Aguila Hotel.
Ding.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry,
Hi.
I love
Sorry.
those. I love the.
Yeah. Great.
Residents
Sorry.
of them.
Sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Hi. I'm Sarah, here to check in for the astronomy
Sarah.
group.
Sarah. Okay. Yeah. Sarah. 5. Sarah. Party of 5.
Party 5. Yes.
Party of 5.
That was a good show once. Sorry.
What?
Party
Was it?
5.
I don't know
College
it.
students wouldn't know that show.
Oh. My mom used to watch it all the time.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. And actually, while I have you, so we are part of the astronomy club. If you are interested in seeing, and I know you are here, you see stars so much. We don't really get to see them in the city. We are so excited.
Totally
if you
excited,
wanna-
lots of fun.
Yeah, so and there's a big telescope. If you want to come out, you should check it out. We had one of our students and not students, but adjunct faculty, Sam Sullivan, come out. He kind of scouted it out. He's a friend from the university, and he said that this would be a great place to come out. He said that he forgot his phone. He wasn't sure where that was, but maybe like a sweatshirt or something in his room. I don't know if you sweep the rooms or.
We have cleaning people. I don't think anyone's found a phone in a while. There might be a box somewhere out here of like sweaters if you want to like find his. Like maybe some lost and found stuff.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe, yeah. I guess it probably wouldn't be in the room anymore. That seems silly. But he did say, he did say that his room was great. So maybe a couple of us can take his room, and a couple of us can take.
It's got a real good
next room.
view from his room.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
up on the. He said he was up on the second floor.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Oh, is there
all
a way
the-
to check?
yeah.
He said it seemed like it was the best view in the place.
I mean, all the rooms are basically the same. I mean, I can give you all the 5 upstairs if you want them.
Ooh.
Do you know which room he
Yeah,
might
was
have
he
stayed in?
upstairs?
He was like my best friend. I would totally love to just.
It was.
I know it's a
In his
shame
essence.
he
He
couldn't
was-
make this
Yeah.
trip. He's
Yeah. Yeah,
he's with
he
the
was-
wife. Yeah.
I think he was in number 7.
7. Oh, is
the
that
first
downstairs or
That's upstairs.
That's
1, 2,
okay.
3,
Oh,
4, 5,
it must have been that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
upstairs? Yeah, we'll take. We'll. Yeah, we can all have our own rooms because they're singles, right? They're not like double.
No, they're
Yeah.
singles.
Oh, so
Yeah.
no sleepovers.
Well,
Hey, who knows?
we can visit each other.
That's
But
true.
we'll be out in the. We'll
yeah.
be setting up tent. Is that okay too if we set up some tents? Out on the.
Ooh,
Kind of in the adjacent desert area. Is there like a public, like maybe a park nearby, just for when we're looking.
Yeah, I
at
mean,
the
if you go
scopes?
like north, the church faces that way.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe that way it's just open desert. So if you go out that way,
Great. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like street lights or anything, so you're gonna see all the stars.
That's perfect.
Nice. Yeah.
Perfect.
No
Yeah.
light pollution. Excellent.
Yeah. Great.
And there's no like crazy animals around, right?
I mean, there might be a coyote every once in a while, or some vultures, but there's not like, it's the desert. There's not a lot of.
Any dogs?
Yeah, because I'm allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
Really allergic.
I mean, dogs don't survive out here.
Just in case.
It's
maybe-
hot and it gets real cold. Like the temperature.
Yeah.
You guys, if you're gonna be out there, you gotta bundle up. It gets real cold. People don't know that about deserts.
You guys keep a dog around here?
Maybe we can check out that sweater bin if we need to.
Yeah, sweater bin. It might get cold. Make use
I
that.
mean, they're just gonna get donated eventually.
Great.
So you want the keys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's-
great. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
He hands you the keys. All right. I guess you can.
And you
Great,
can give it
yeah.
to Chef. I mean,
Not 7.
Yeah.
I'll take 7.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay.
and you're lost and found.
Oh yeah, it's just he grabs a box. Here you go, and there's just like assorted loose clothing items, like a teddy bear, and a few other like just things. Nothing that strikes you as something that would obviously be Timothy's, but maybe something was left behind.
Maybe something.
I mean,
Detect
nothing.
magic.
Oh.
Oh no! Wait, dang it! I can't.
There's nothing about this that strikes you as something that was obviously his.
Okay, I'll just randomly pick a sweater. Be like, oh, I think I maybe found it.
It looks like his.
Cool.
Thank you.
He loves yellow.
So the church itself, you can look at it. It's cordoned off because of they're always trying to keep it from collapsing. Breakfast is 7 to 9 in the kitchen, and then lunch is lunchtime, and dinner is 6. Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Hey, hey, this is kind of weird. I'm kind of like a bit of a haunted hotel buff. You guys got anything? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
This is a pretty old place, right?
Well, and
spooky,
there's
right?
that church out there. You said it's falling down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly.
I mean, watching the stars next to a haunted church could be really
how do you believe in
entertaining.
the stars and these? These. Go ahead, indulge
Have you
them.
experienced anything like that?
No, I've not. And you see him. He's like makes a weird. It's weird. I don't believe in ghosts, but the more you talk about it, the more it makes sense. But I don't. What?
Well, I mean, you okay?
It's weird. It's like.
Do you sleep here on the premises?
What? No. I work here.
Okay.
Right.
So you go home to sleep.
Yeah.
Is there a nighttime manager that comes in then?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's their name?
Oh, that's Doug.
Doug. And when does Doug normally get in?
Doug usually takes over for me around 3.
3.
Alright.
Right, you look like you could just use some sleep for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe some water.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for your help, and
Maybe you guys could talk about this another time.
Yeah, maybe so. Hey, if you think of anything
That's
with that
exciting.
ghost stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're starting to believe, talking you into it.
He's got a lot of stories about ghosts.
Spooky, like a ghost climbing up a wall, coming in
Ah,
in your bed.
Or
and-
ghostly dogs.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take all of our belongings.
Yeah.
Out of the vicinity.
Great.
But once I get everything outside, please continue to have this conversation and let me know.
Sure.
I'm gonna take the box that we brought with us. I'm gonna take it outside, like away from this conversation, just to see if he still has. I'm gonna ask them, but I want to see if he still has these experiences with like the box
Still keep testing him for
not in
yeses.
range.
Yeah. I mean, when you get it out, he seems fine, but it's hard for.
Keep asking him.
I walk up to the desk. It's like the like dark green shirt with the with like a vest and like those the full-fledged Oakley glasses. Like they look ex-military. Like just like I'm the astronomer. Look, this is gonna sound like a weird question. Have you dreamed about like a weird shadowy dog?
What? No.
Again, I said it's going to be a weird question.
Yeah,
Just process it for a second, then get back to me with words.
I don't think I've dreamed of a weird dog.
Shadowy.
And then you feel you when you say that, you think about the memory of the dog, and then you think about him, and you kind of feel yourself pushing that memory into his, like you're feeding it to him. And he goes, I do now.
Well, this isn't helpful. I don't know if I just caused that or
Hey,
What?
Why don't you tell us where you from?
I'm from, and before he has a chance to say it, like you immediately hear him as he say it. Scottsdale. And you think Scottsdale, and he says it.
Oh yeah, Scottsdale. You live. I'm not gonna say where you live. I don't know where you live, because I didn't see it in a vision.
I pop my head back in.
Scottsdale. It's a great town.
It's all right.
So, do you go to concerts and stuff out here?
I try to. That's not really my scene.
I'm sure a lot of people come and stay here from the concerts, right?
Sometimes they like to sleep in tents and stuff, but occasionally people they gotta escape the city.
Mm.
Oh, we understand that.
Gotta get out.
I hear it.
Too many buzzing brains all together.
That's where we're at. Yeah, should we take all of our stuff up to our room? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got other
Yeah,
work
let's
that
go
you have
check
to
out
get
our room.
to.
We'll come back and say hi again.
I look at him, I'm like, I hope, and I picture it hard. I hope you have a really great rest of your day.
You see him go from he's been tired and placid to suddenly he seems more flush. He goes, "Thanks, you too."
Thanks.
Wow.
Okay.
He's whistling as you walk away.
This is weird. Do you feel like we're affecting? Because I felt better when he told me.
I'm gonna have all of you make a sanity roll.
Sanity.
Did I feel a little bit better
Yeah.
when he said that back to
Yeah,
me?
you felt like you were pushing that into
no.
him.
A 3.
Did it come back though when he was like, you too?
No.
No, okay. Alright.
Not this time.
Shit. Oh, wait. Ooh. Yay. I want it below.
Yeah.
33.
If you got below, you're fine. It could be anything. It could be weird. It could just be kismet. If you fail, your brain is doing things you're not used to. You feel like your thoughts are having a physical effect on the environment around you and the people around you. And you lose one sanity.
Okay.
Can we know that without going
Yeah.
insane?
Yeah, you kind of it doesn't make sense, but
All right.
So are we all feeling that? Because
This is our life
some
now.
of us didn't go into that whole dream thing speaking to you. So would we all start feeling that weird dream-like quality in the hotel?
yeah.
Okay.
And those of you that fail, you also think back for some reason, apropos of nothing, you think about a memory as a child to something innocuous, swinging on a swing set that your parent is pushing you on, or that camping trip that you used to always go to, fishing, something like that. And that pops into your head. But then you also notice that dog is there in that memory for a second, and that's weird. You don't remember. You're like, wow, that dog was back there in that memory.
Oof.
But only the people that fail.
Yeah, I didn't fail.
I didn't fail either.
I won.
Did anybody
Did
fail?
you fail?
I failed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not.
You remember the first
other
time
Yeah.
your parents giving you your first computer upstairs
Yeah.
and booting it up, and then
Yeah.
seeing the face of this shadowy beast in the monitor for a hot second, and then it goes away. You're like, that was weird that happened when I was a kid.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering it from.
You're right, Larry.
I feel icky.
Oh.
I look at you and I'm just thinking, pancake.
McRib.
Food.
You start to smell like someone might be cooking pancakes, or like you just entered a room of like somebody had just finished eating it, but it's like gone for a second.
Oof, you smell them cooking at lunch down there? Where's pancakes for lunch? Oof.
I was just thinking pancakes.
What?
My brain.
Do it again.
Okay,
Guys,
wait. We
do
need
it
to
again.
establish some rules here.
Let's go upstairs real quick and check out the room.
I start thinking about manga. I like look at you guys suspicious.
I pull it out of the bag.
I start
Oh, no.
smoking
Let
my
it go,
cigar
McMurdy. Let it go.
suspiciously.
You guys, we need to establish some ground rules. We're psychically able to push our thoughts onto other people. We
And
need to
each
do this
other as well.
responsibly. Well, let's be
Maybe
responsible.
it's just in the hotel. Can we go this?
It wasn't just in the hotel, though, was it? Because wait
This
a
might
second.
have happened.
We
This
shared a
might have been
dream,
what
right?
killed him.
When I was telling that story in the car and you said you were almost there, it wasn't just my storytelling workshop, was it?
No.
Oh.
it's not.
Did you guys?
No, we totally
No.
felt
So it wasn't just in the hotel. Damn it, I thought that workshop was really working.
Honestly, it may have well been. It wasn't
No.
very.
Thank you.
It doesn't rule it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna do great in lectures.
Let's check out our rooms then.
You check out your rooms. They're all fairly standard.
I was in 7.
You're in 7. All the
no.
rooms look alike, as you can see. There's singles. There's a queen size bed, a small closet, and a bathroom that's just sink, shower, toilet. The only it's the adobe brick.
Giant void to the unknown.
Windows that look out into the desert. It's a
Crack in
beautiful
the
view.
wall.
Mirrors on the ceiling is the only weird feature about it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mirrors on the ceiling.
This
that
is like
kinda
that
hotel,
Eagles song.
Oh yeah.
At first, I'm disgusted by the mirrors on the ceiling, and then I'm like slightly intrigued, but I don't know if it's my thoughts or if it's someone else's.
Can we check the rest of the rooms and see if there's mirrors?
Yeah, there's mirrors on all the ceilings.
Okay.
Is there champagne on ice?
Not currently.
Kitchen.
As soon as I walk into 7, I put my bag down and here come the gloves, and I start getting nosy, looking around.
There's not much in this room. They've had cleaners come in. They're not as thorough as you would like. Probably, there's more dust than you would like, but maybe that's from the desert. But yeah, there's nothing that would indicate that there was any sort of struggle or crime that was committed, at least obvious. I mean, if you really wanted to tear shit down and luminol spray everything, you could probably maybe find something, but you would have to get a real a CSI team in here to check it. But from just what you're capable of in this moment, there doesn't seem to be anything untowards about the room in particular.
I go into my room and with the suspiciously large, huge, military crate, and I spend some time. I clean the room more so than they would have done, and I lay everything out really specifically.
Yeah, you got your clean blanket, and you've disassembled your M4 and your sidearm, and
I go to Stanley's room. I go, you find anything? I heard you putting the gloves on. I don't know why you make the noise every time. But what'd you find?
This is disgusting.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Nothing beyond that.
So does your room have mirrors on the ceiling as well?
Oh yeah, that was a sex thing back in the 70s, I believe. That's when they renovated this place, huh? That makes sense.
This place is great.
You just hear you from down the hall.
You hear a quick loud scream for a second, and then you hear, "Don't use the black light."
Oh.
Really? Why not? I pull out mine and click it on. Oh no!
I wish I hadn't seen that part.
I'm just curious. I want to. Yeah, I'm intrigued by that. I want to lay in the bed. Just look up at the mirror,
Oh boy.
Okay.
and
Thoughts are gonna go into us now.
I just want to I just want to look at myself in the mirror, and I want to think dog.
Dog.
Yeah,
Okay.
just thinking like shadowy figure of a dog, just while I'm kind of focusing on myself. See if this is.
As you melt into the sweet abyss of the unknown.
Okay.
Going inception.
Give me an unnatural roll.
An unnatural roll.
How do you want me to roll it? Like this?
Oh boy. All right. Untrained.
That's how Sharky always rolls
0%.
the dice.
That's that's triple zeros.
Ooh.
So,
So that's
Is that
100.
That's a
That's
a
a
Oh
100.
yeah.
You
I have a
wait, that's-
0.
You-
Unnatural.
you sit there and you try and think, dog, 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 and then it's like if you've ever seen Get Out when he gets sunk into
Yes.
the chair,
Yeah.
you just suddenly find yourself in like a void of nothingness for like moments. It could be eternity. It's like you're in nothingness. And you hear a growling behind you as you like start forward as to like and into reality. I'm gonna have you roll sanity.
Oh, that's a 90. That is
Okay.
Yep, that's bad.
Give me a D4 roll.
That's
All right, you lose 2 sanity as you don't know if this was a daydream, if what this like emptiness was, but you felt like your consciousness was pulled somewhere briefly, but not somewhere you fully understand what has just happened to you.
Yeah, I just kind of sit up with a little bit of a yelp.
Whoa.
You alright?
Interesting noises.
Can all of you come in here, please?
Okay, think happy thoughts though, not weird thoughts.
Not thinking in any dirty thoughts. I just experienced something incredibly weird. So there's all these mirrors around here, and obviously something happened, possibly physically, mentally with Timothy, and I figured, we're talking about projecting words into each other's heads and everything, and I figured, well, maybe I could try it with myself. I laid on the bed, I looked up at the mirrors, and I started thinking dog, and I fell into this abyss, and then I heard something behind me, and I snapped out of it.
What did you hear behind you?
A growl. Because
You
I
thought-
was thinking dog.
Thought dog, and then you heard the dog into the abyss.
Safe to say there's something with his dog, right? It's his dog thing.
Oh.
Never much cared for mirrors. I could never go to sleep if there's like a mirror in a room,
We're not sleeping here.
No. Remember,
No
there was that
freaking way.
kidnapping. Maybe we can ask someone they know about it.
Probably not that kid. We have
Well,
to wait
that
till
kidnapping
3.
was over
Yeah, he would have
a
been.
decade ago.
No, I know, but maybe
And
if
nothing
we...
became of it, so we may not find anybody that knows.
New guy's coming in at 3, maybe.
What if we check in with Hennessy?
Oh, yeah. Just give
The
more
owner.
information on it.
All right,
Here
you
we
call
go.
up Hennessy. Hennessy Consulting.
You always seem exhausted, Hennessy.
I've got a lot of spinning plates. How can I help you, Shell?
Dr. Shell. We are at the Aguila Desert Hotel. Aguila Hotel out here in the desert.
Oh wow, vacation?
Yeah, right in the middle of... Is that okay that we just took a vacation?
I was being sarcastic.
yeah.
I assume it's part of your.
What can you tell us about a kidnapping that happened out here in 2003?
What? Okay. Can you give me a minute to call you back?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He after about maybe 20 or so minutes, you get a phone call back. It's like, yeah. He reiterates a lot of the information that you have. I mean, as far as sources we can tell, it doesn't. I mean, could have been weird. I don't know why someone would investigate. I assume this is Timothy was looking at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what flagged this for him, but yeah, it doesn't seem overtly weird at its face value, but they don't always, do they?
No, they don't.
Hey, Agent Hennessy.
Yes.
You know what sounds really nice?
What?
The beach. You should go down to the beach and just take a nice day off. Get things together. It's just a suggestion. Just sitting on the beach with the sun in your hair. If you have hair, you have hair. Was he wearing a hat?
If you don't have hair,
It's like
maybe
a
go get
fedora.
some.
Maybe bring some Hennessy and a picnic.
You know,
Is it working? I just
You're-
want to ask him if he sees it.
give me
Is he on speakerphone?
Yeah, I'll put him on speaker.
give me an unnatural roll.
Unnatural. Oh boy. Fail.
Okay. He goes, yeah, what? What are you even talking about? Okay, yeah, I need a vacation. Great. Do you need something from me?
No, that's all good. Call me back. Bye. Or no, don't go. You already called. Okay, I just hang up. I shouldn't have done that. I had to try.
Goodbye. Love you. I mean, no, I don't.
Miss you,
Not
love us.
that I couldn't love you, but
I mean, he's great, but he just seems so exhausted with us. Like it's just like we're, I don't know.
We are working
We're
pro
just trying to
bono.
help.
Trying over the phone, it didn't.
I wonder if he handles
pushing
other
didn't work.
groups.
I guess.
You know?
What's that?
I wonder if he handles other groups. Like maybe we're not his only group. Probably not.
A problem.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe too many.
Too many.
I think too many groups.
No paid vacation when you don't get paid.
True. Yeah.
Remember, we also have all of the prescriptions. Maybe you can look into where he got them from around here.
Or if we just want to sell them for some extra cash.
No, we're not
Hey.
doing that.
Nobody to sell them to. Are there any other guests?
I've got some tired students. From Caltech. Just kidding.
Doesn't seem like there is.
We're the only guests in here?
Yeah, currently.
That's fair.
I'd probably assume too that a lot of the doctors' names and stuff are definitely back. Like
Yeah,
in
a lot of this
town
is
that we know
yeah.
this direction.
All of his stuff you would have known. These are doctors from in town, or possibly some of them might be prescriptions that he like someone sold to him at some point. But yeah,
I don't know how we can fortify ourselves against whatever unnatural things are happening here, but if anybody has any suggestions, great. If not, let's just go check out that church.
Yeah, kind of suspicious it's cordoned off. And as far as fortifying ourselves, I think maybe that's what the pills are for.
Doesn't seem to work.
Nope, not well enough.
I mean,
No.
bag of cocaine.
No.
No,
No.
Stanley.
Totally kidding.
Maybe later.
We won't do that.
But we can see him
That's
like
what's staying
imagining cocaine. Is all right.
We've already spent the past half hour. We've already spent the past half hour, checking in, trying to get information, which obviously is a dead end for whatever this kidnapping is.
Yeah.
Bringing blood from a stone from this kid.
I've walked the perimeter around and haven't seen anything out of the ordinary yet. I think the church is a good place
have you?
to start.
You walked the perimeter.
Well, I walked when we got there. I just walked around walked around the hotel.
Yeah.
Was there anything that I saw out of the ordinary?
Yeah, there looked like there were a couple of men working, like they were dressed like construction workers, like hanging out by the church. But you seemed like none of the doors were open. Like you would imagine, like they're doing a lot of construction, the doors are open, or there would be buttresses or trusses or something like that, and there doesn't seem to be.
They like have hammers on the wall, like I'm working.
I tried to make it as casual as I could, just like smoking the cigar and walking around. Did they pay me any heed?
Not really.
Okay, cool. I think the church would definitely be a good place to start. It seems like it's kind of closed up, and we should try and find a point of entry and check it out if we can.
Right.
What's the date, you guys? What's the date? What's the
It's
date?
present time,
Yeah,
but
What
any-
month is it? Do we know? Is there a month?
sure. It's
Summer.
it's April.
it's
September.
What's the face of the moon?
It's Rocktober. Sorry, Toyotathon.
Just wondering if there's a meteor shower.
Give me a luck roll.
Get some pursuits.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Is there a meteor shower?
I need those bulletproof vests after all.
76.
No, there's no meteor shower.
Aw.
That would have been amazing.
But you can imagine it, and we can all see it.
Okay.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I can. Oh, you guys should see the Perseids in August.
As you start
Gorgeous.
doing it, all of you begin imagining it, and then I'm gonna need you to make a power roll. Pow.
Okay. I win it. I
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Survive it.
As you say that, even though it's still about mid-afternoon, you begin seeing the streaks of shooting stars in the sky. All of you are seeing now a meteor shower.
In the daytime.
In the daytime.
In the actual
It's
time.
hard to, it's not easy to see because of the brightness of the sun, but you do all notice that a meteor shower is taking place at this moment.
Jeez, the light pollution in the city, it's insane when you
I'm gonna
come
need you to
out.
make a sanity. Everyone here make a sanity.
Sanity roll.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, I made it.
Oh,
Oh, another
I made it.
90.
I have
Oh,
20.
jeez. Oh, boy.
Okay. Anyone that succeeded takes 1 sanity damage. Anyone that fails takes a d6.
Oh.
Oh, no!
That's the third time you've
5?
lost like dice
Oh my
worth of-
god.
No more picturing things. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay, so
No. So, question.
yeah,
What happens when we reach our... I'm not quite there, but what happens when we reach
when you reach
point?
breaking point, you get to a stage of temporary insanity.
What's the breaking point?
It's right below the
Yeah,
oh,
it's called.
oh.
because
and not very far below the
Yeah.
breaking point.
no, but
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even see that
You-
breaking point thing.
because you rolled a 5, that is 5 sanity lost. So you are dropped into an immediate state of fight or flight, or like you can either flee, freak out, or just curl up into a ball and cry. You can use your willpower. You can lean into one of your bonds if you want to try and.
Reroll, too.
Yeah, you also have a reroll.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes!
yeah.
Reroll! Let's do that!
Yeah, reroll.
91!
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Uh,
That's the worst reroll ever.
You
So-
sure it's not a 61? Nope.
No, it's a 91.
Okay.
I have rolled a 90, a
Give
90,
another
and a
reroll.
91.
Can we use?
jeez.
Yeah,
we
go
double
for it
up
if
on
you
the
want to
roll?
use it here.
Fine, we'll do that one. 88!
Oh, my
okay.
god.
So you're gonna take that 5 damage. You can use your willpower to sort of like buffer that if you want to not basically go sort of fight or flight.
Yeah, I want to try to fight the fighter.
All right, give me a willpower roll. Actually, yeah, willpower.
Willpower.
We're all with him when this happens, right?
61. Yeah, that's far above.
Can I?
Okay.
Yeah, my willpower.
So yeah, you are not able to like grasp any of, lean into any of your bonds to like to sort this. And if I'm doing this right, I might not be. We're all learning together. But you know for a fact that this shouldn't be happening right now. If there were a meteor shower, it would be advertised. Not only is it you seeing the meteor shower, you're in the perfect spot to be seeing it. Like people would be traveling from all over the state to be at this spot to see it in like this area because of the way meteor showers work. There's no way that this should be happening right now except she summoned a meteor shower, which is literally insane. There's no way someone should have that kind of power. How could somebody have that power, and how could that be real? So it's clearly not real. So what is happening can't be happening. So our reality might not be reality if there is anything as reality. You're not sure. And you kind of just collapse into a ball for several minutes as you question the very existence that anything is real. Your experience in that weird void, you're not sure if you ever woke up from that.
So I can feel like
Is
I'm
there
kind of back
anything
there
I
again.
can do to help him?
you can comfort him for a couple of minutes as he takes him a few minutes to sort of shake it off. He looks like he's, none of you are happy about what happened, but he looks like this really fucked with him.
That ain't the coke.
I didn't touch the coke.
I know. I'm not saying you did, buddy. It's cool. I'm just saying you're right. You need some water or something.
Oh no! This
Do we have any downers?
no. We brought all the uppers
Joint
with us.
Joint.
Yeah.
Wait, yes. I reached in my pocket
Where's
and I
that
have what
reefer?
looked like that joint
Yeah.
that was in that bag.
It's
I
a
pulled it out
roach.
and I light it up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's mostly residue and
Ash.
ash. It just makes you cough a lot. But but you feel like you're doing something, and it like helps. Like just the ritual of it helps you like just calm yourself a little bit.
Cause and effect.
Yeah.
Actually making sense.
Ooh.
Very, very warm. How did you do that? Whatever you did, that was not. I was back in that void again. This meteor thing that you conjured up. Don't do that. Stay out of my head. Everyone,
All right.
stay out of my
Yeah.
head.
Just think peaceful. Just
Yeah, just peaceful.
peaceful. Oh.
Yeah, maybe we should speed this investigation up if we're starting to, kind of chafe in the corners already.
Yeah.
Alright. So there's some weird stuff going on. We know that there's weird stuff. We know it's disrupting our reality. Alright, so we'll just keep... So if things happen, just know that, like, we're gonna be okay, right? I mean, we don't know if we're gonna be okay.
Well, I mean, we've been okay so far, right?
Been okay so far.
Yeah,
We should default to calm thoughts.
Really need to find out what's happening. Yes.
We were gonna go to church.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's go to the church.
The
Okay.
church. Yeah, that'd be a
Let's go
good
to
place to
church.
start.
Hey, I got your back. I got
You're
your
on.
back.
You're on my back. What?
No, I got you. I got your back.
Got you
Okay.
back.
Do we see you on
I
our
have
backs
all
now?
of your back.
Unless you want to project that.
No.
No.
No more projections.
So is it? Do we have to actively project it, or is it just? If
I think
we start
now
describing
that
something?
now that you kind of have an idea of what's happening, you would sort of generally get the sense that you all have some sort of connection with some power, and that some sort of weird mind thing. You're not sure where it comes from or what it is exactly, but you can kind of force, like, affect. It's the way, like, especially because you looked into all that stuff about lucid dreaming. The way lucid dreaming, if you're aware that you're awake or aware that you're in a dream when you're asleep, you can affect the dream and do whatever you want. And you sense that might be what's happening. But you're not asleep as far as you can tell, so it's incredibly disturbing.
Right.
that makes sense as to why Timothy didn't know if he was awake
Right.
or asleep.
He's not
And
trusting
he
reality.
used this medication to make sure that he was definitely awake the entire time. I'm assuming maybe him falling asleep, he fell into that void that I keep seeing as well too.
Well, unless he was asleep and we are in some sort of a dream reality right now, and that kept him there instead of...
Well, I mean, whatever it was, it got worse, right? Like, he took it with him. So it's either like an object or like once it gets you, like, it gets you.
You know, ratchets
Well, I
on.
don't know if it's an object, because we took his stuff out of the room and it still seemed to...
Yeah.
How's Butterfly
We
look?
don't know what it was exactly, and whether this is a dream or reality. It's I reach over and I pinch him.
No!
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did.
Well, does it really matter if this is a dream or not?
Oh, I don't think it's a dream then.
Pain's real.
Pain is real. Yes, pain is real. Mentally, if you don't feel pain most of the time, that you are in a lucid dream.
have felt
That's
pain
not
in
going to
dreams.
prove one way or the other, but it
No.
doesn't matter.
Is that Butterfly still alive?
There's nothing in that jar.
Yep.
Cool.
There you go.
Yep, there we go.
I know that answers
Oh,
my
no.
question.
Oh.
It's now a top that's spinning.
Is it gonna fall
There's
over?
nothing in that jar.
Is the jar even?
Did you let
Yes.
the butterfly out?
No.
Oh, no.
So it's just gone. Oh.
What if we imagined being back in the Sorry, 2003, the kidnapping.
The 2000.
No, just.
Oof.
What if we imagine going back into time to see?
Could we
events?
handle that? I
I
don't
was
know.
gonna say, I was like,
Can we try the church first?
Yeah.
All right, church first.
I think
Sorry.
personally, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable.
Don't open the jar though, just in case.
We're barely getting through talking, through like just past memories and not having them
It was just an
essentially
idea.
collide in this weird subconscious we're all sharing. So
What if we're sleeping, and when we're sleeping, the butterfly is gone, and when we're awake, the butterfly is there, and that is the thing that tells us if we're asleep or awake.
I pinch you.
Did
Did you feel that?
I did. I felt pain in dreams before.
I grab a top and I spin it.
That is the move. That is
That's a movie.
You
Although I am interested to see what will happen.
you spin the top and it eventually topples and falls. But I'm gonna have you make a sanity roll for me.
Oh,
Yes.
38. I'm good.
Okay.
I don't remember which one that is. Is that awake or asleep?
It's awake.
Okay.
I don't know.
You put it back in your pocket where you had a top the entire time. You don't remember having a top before,
Oh.
but you're like, oh,
That's true.
that's weird. Okay, well, I guess I had a top in this, or this is somebody else's coat. I don't know.
Let's
Can I take
just
out my
go to the church.
wallet?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think I have a lot of money in here.
Do you?
Give me a D6 roll.
5.
5. Okay. You were able to open your wallet and see a fair bit, about $500 worth of assorted dollars in there. You lose 5 willpower from just the strain of doing that,
Oh my God.
and you have to make a sanity roll.
Oh no! It's getting crazy.
Oh. You're gonna breathe.
Keep that jar out!
Oh my gosh.
Experiment ourselves into oblivion.
43.
Under?
Under.
Okay. You know that you didn't have that money. You were able to maintain your sanity and
No more tests.
no more tests.
No more tests.
But that took a lot out of you. You feel like exhausted, like you just ran a mile.
No more tests.
Alright.
Yeah, let's
Unless
just,
somebody wants to give me some energy. But no, that's probably
we
a bad
got the-
idea.
yeah, let's just go to the church. I keep saying it. I just
Can we
reach in.
just-
I pull out a cross
Yeah.
out from inside my shirt. And I just start rubbing it.
can we? Yeah, let's
The church.
go to the church.
Can I
Let's
have
figure
an
out-
Adderall?
I need to figure out what's going on here.
Look in the box.
Wait,
Do I find an Adderall? in the
Kidding.
box?
Maybe just some coffee. Some coffee.
You drink a little coffee. You feel a little better, maybe, but you know.
Got some leftover from the Marriott.
Yeah. Oh, no. Fuck that.
No, you probably got a thermos or something. Yeah.
Thermos of Marriott coffee.
If he didn't before, he does now.
What is real?
Okay. So you guys are gonna try and check out the church.
Yes.
Yes.
So you guys, as you like get in there and maybe like open the door, like you see like there's 2 guys again. They're like, whoa, hey, sorry, hard hats only. We can't have nobody coming in here. Just it's dangerous. We're doing a lot of work. Sorry, we're gonna have to ask you to maintain, a presence in the, explore the desert. The patio is fine, but we gotta. Unfortunately, we can't allow people in here.
I just want to go.
Are
in
you
and see
either you the supervisor?
No, but.
Supervisor here on site?
No, but you can talk to the owner of the establishment if you have any issues. We do not work for the hotel. We are contractors here, just doing our jobs.
Where you from? Brooklyn?
Yeah, you know it. and then his friend's like, I'm from Queens. Yeah, no one gives a fuck, Jerry.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck, Jerry. No offense.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Jerry's a real piece of shit.
See?
Alright.
No offense, Jerry.
Have you guys seem like you've been out in the sun all day?
Yeah, we get sun with the desert.
Well, I'm saying, would you like water? Would you like to take a break?
Nah, we had our break. We're on our break.
Nice. Got that union, huh? Union strong?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Good work where you can get it.
Hey, that's right, that's right.
So you miss bagels? I did my undergrad out in the East Coast. And
I mean,
miss
yeah,
bagels.
I'm kind of on that gluten-free thing right now. I'm trying to take a better care of myself. Yeah, I went
Really?
vegan a couple of years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
How long did you last?
I'm still vegan.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm all in that healthy shit.
Can I
Well,
start
there-
to sneak in?
He's,
As he's talking? Is there-
roll
is there-
sneak.
is
Well,
there-
while everyone's talking about that, I'm
Sneak
like,
still?
Yeah.
you know, I know that we're just pretty much at the entrance, but can I make just a check around?
Nope.
Yeah, he's like, well, hey, sorry, miss. As I said, hard hats only.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
ma'am.
reach for
No,
it?
ma'am.
Oh,
no,
that's
ma'am.
not what
no.
you meant.
That's
No,
just a
I
kid.
mean, it's off. It's please.
Well, since we can't go in, I'm just wondering what's inside the church.
It's just a church.
We're
It's
such history.
yeah, but I
buffs.
mean, like,
It's
are
not
you
much-
like reconstructing it? I mean, what are you doing?
mostly just making sure it don't collapse. What are you doing?
Well, like, because it seems like everyone's kind of like interacting with them in large ways, I would like to take just kind of like a look around. Like, I'm not trying to like get into the church, but I'm kind of like taking a step to the side, like looking through.
Give
like,
me a.
if they have any like.
How about human?
Oh, human int.
Yeah,
Oh, geez.
human.
Okay. No.
Okay. There might be a better.
Not even like.
How about what about search? I think search would be an easier one.
Yeah, still no.
Okay. There's a table reroll out here if you want to use it.
Sure.
Okay.
Table reroll.
Table reroll.
I'll take that. Let's see. Still no.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's at 30, so.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like the church, just from like all of you looking in, there's nothing like incredibly artistic about it. It looks like it was a fairly plain church. This wasn't like a famous mission that had a lot, like that had some, famous person that lived here or and like no battles here. It's just a Spanish mission that existed here that was abandoned at some point that some people refurbished in the 70s and probably needs more work.
How long you guys been on this job?
I don't know, just a couple months, we got to take things real slow,
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm. Also, you get more money that way.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta milk that sweet tea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you guys, you have to keep in line with any building codes for as a historical building.
I mean, it's not technically under historical. It's not a registered historical site, so we can do whatever we want. But the owners want us to keep the look.
All right.
What's the owner's name?
Glenn Henley.
Okay, he does know.
Well,
He does know.
it's been a
He's
long
a good.
day.
He's a good dude. He's kind of a hippie, but
He's a hippie dippy?
yeah.
What? Like, he's on this place for a long time, right?
Yeah.
What's he like?
He's all right. He's a good dude. He treats us right.
Yeah.
It's kind of. He's a smart guy.
You say he's a hippie. Does he like give you stuff?
I mean, I don't. You a cop?
No, I'm just asking because I mean.
Good question.
We're in
Yeah.
astronomy.
Nah, we're good,
Club.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just a
I
bunch of
want
nerds.
to try it out for the first
I mean,
time.
I could believe a lot of you is this guy though.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not a cop.
Okay, good. Yeah. No, I mean, give me a human roll. I mean, no, like
20.
nothing crazy. Is that under? I
Yeah,
assume.
way under, yeah.
He's lying about something.
Two.
He's covering
Oh, it's
something.
a 2.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He's definitely hiding something about his relationship to the owner, and something he doesn't want to talk about. That kind of stuff.
Oh, what do you know? Anywhere we can get some?
Get some what? I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing to get. There's nothing to get. You hear me? And if anyone's listening, I don't know if someone's wearing a wire.
No, it's just like
I'm listening.
it's just the sort of thing where like astronomy's cool,
Yeah.
but astronomy,
so much better.
it gets a lot better.
It's California. You could just go to any
Do
dispensary.
you partake or anything like that?
It's California. You can go to any
You got
dispensary.
some of that,
Oh, is there a dispensary in town?
Not
That's
there-
what I was
Maybe we got a little of this
asking
if you
him
wanted
he
to-
knew someone.
not anywhere out here.
I know you guys on that job, but
What you got there?
Cocaine.
What the?
Stanley,
What
put
the?
the cocaine
What the
away.
actual hell are you doing? Put that cocaine. No one's talking. Was it
He's
any?
just, it's not cocaine.
What is?
You just get excited.
Baking powder. Got ya.
Nice.
Okay,
It's
so
cold.
I'm gonna have to ask
We
you
do
all.
solar oven
Yeah,
baking.
yeah. It's great.
out
Listen,
here.
we're not allowed to have people here, so I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to.
you're right.
And he's slowly like, all right, we're gonna have to, and he's like closing the doors.
Yeah, you're right.
Please,
It's
stay
been
in
a
the
really-
hotel.
It's been a really long day. You've been working all day long.
he
It's
does
time to
this.
go home and
It ain't.
get a
it
little
ain't.
rest.
Listen.
and-
Careful, shark.
I'm gonna try to will it into
Okay.
him, if that's possible. I don't know.
Okay. What are you trying?
I'm trying to make him think that like he worked all day and it's time to go home and be at home with your TV and your bakey dinner. Easy baked dinner.
Up here, say up here. And I'm doing that too. Say up here, do up here.
Give me an unnatural roll.
Oh, that's what I'm good at. That's not true. 62.
All right, I got a 56.
All right.
So he.
Or did I?
Oh, well,
Oh.
All right,
feel
let's try.
free. Use that reroll.
No, I got this. I
That's
can beat a 52.
He is a reroll too. No, sorry.
Ah! No, worse. 76.
So you like go, maybe it's time to quit, and he looks at you and goes, maybe you should go back to your room. Maybe all of you should not be around here right now and stay away from this area. Everyone give me a willpower roll.
Oh
okay.
no.
Wait, willpower? Are you sure willpower is 100?
Willpower is power, right?
Yeah, POW times 5. Yeah, so whatever
oh,
percent.
pow. Oh,
Pow.
I keep thinking it's this
Oh,
one.
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Oh.
Oof, that's
Sorry,
a high
I meant it's
That
power.
doesn't sound
Yeah, I
good.
got it too. 30.
Cool, I'm gonna
That's
reroll.
not what you
Wait,
want.
why are there 3 here? I think I just have one.
Both of those were mine.
Yeah, that's where
I
people.
think I have one.
Okay.
Do I still? I think I still.
I might try that again.
Yeah, POW times
Oh,
5.
cocked.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's a leaner.
So do I reroll both of them?
Yeah, reroll both.
Yeah. All right.
I have willpower.
I got 30.
Yeah, POW, whatever.
Oh, nice.
33.
33.
I know.
Okay.
Society
Did
wants
anyone
action.
fail?
No.
Not this
Okay.
time.
You guys
No.
feel you're not compelled to do it the way you've noticed that people have been able to be compelled by you, but you definitely feel like the push of like that suggestion makes a lot of sense at the moment, but you're able to like not fight it or fight it off and not go completely nuts. But yeah, it seems like this. Yeah, you feel like you're
he
being.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, we should.
Yeah, probably.
I
time
feel like I
back
need to go back to my room.
Yeah.
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 It
Yeah.
was nice meeting you.
Yeah. he's-
Hey, pleasure.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
Keep the home front.
Yeah.
Good luck with the gluten-free thing. I've been there.
I believe in you.
Appreciate it.
Time to go.
As we start walking kind of back, did he just try to force us to go back?
You like jujitsu the thing around
It's
on me.
weird because the lobby guy, when he was talking to me and he was like, "You have a good day too," I didn't really feel anything from him, but this guy I felt something from.
No, this guy obviously knows, I think, a bit more than he was letting on.
I think so.
Oh yeah, he was definitely lying about something. I could tell.
Yeah.
And
Well-
he kept, and also the way he just kept saying if we're cops and we had wires and stuff. I mean, come on.
Yeah, why
Why would you
so
be that paranoid? Exactly.
But I showed him the cocaine, and he freaked out a little bit about it. But then
I think it was just because you were.
It's because it's cocaine.
this is true. This is true.
Yeah, cocaine at like noon is a weird thing to see.
Yeah. As we're talking about it, I just like pull it back out as I'm like speaking. But
All right,
I don't
put it
like
back. Put it
pulling
back. It's noon.
I don't even know why it's even on me.
You decided
You
to
could
take
throw it out.
You took all of it.
I'll put it back in the box when I get back up to my room.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go.
I periodically check that butterfly.
Thank you.
Still not there.
They gotta switch shifts eventually, right?
Yeah.
As as you guys head back into the hotel, you see there's an older man in the lobby, in his kind of 60s, kind of white hair, tall, skinny, kind of looks like Ed Bakley Jr. And he goes, the guests. Sorry. Oh, it's normally I'm here to greet people. You guys came in such big hurry. I wasn't expecting us to get 5 whole guests, let alone a whole club of astronomy. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so lovely. Sorry. My name is Glenn. I own the Aguila Hotel here. It's
Glenn Henley. Henley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, our friend Sam told us about you.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he just stayed here. Can I see if he responds to?
Sam. Give me a whole human int roll.
I'm not good at that. Nope.
Okay.
I see nothing.
He goes, Sam. We had a guest few nights ago. Was that Sam? He asked the kid at the table. Yeah. I remember him. Yeah, I didn't. I was out of town quite a bit, coming and going, so I didn't get a chance to really introduce myself. I felt bad about that. But yeah, I'm glad he spoke highly of it.
Great.
So I just wanted to welcome you. Ask if you needed anything. I know you talked about maybe camping out overnight. That's perfectly fine. There's plenty of desert to go around, and I wanted to invite you because you're guests here, and there's not much else to do. We don't have internet out here, or really a television. So maybe the company of an old man. So maybe I could invite you all to my private area. We could have dinner, chat. Just
it gets the red carpet treatment, huh?
Yeah, it gets boring out here.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about the stars. There was a meteor shower about an hour ago. Did you all notice that? It was not on any reports.
How do I respond to that? Because it
Oh,
freaked me
right.
out so
You
much.
you get a chill down your spine a second because you were trying actively not to think about it, but it like the thought of it kind of hoo-ha.
I look away
That's
from
odd. Must have been something else.
Yeah, interesting.
meteor showers. That would be incredibly just unnatural to happen out in the open like that.
So how often do you get guests in here?
From time to time, we're never really full usually. Occasionally during the music festivals, either right before, right after, we'll get some people come down, or a group of people. It's these days. People do like bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. They don't just go get drunk. Sometimes they go out and there are people who will just rent the place out and play board games. The novelty of that, yeah. I don't know. It's like how you could spend a weekend playing Monopoly, but I guess
Well, it's a safe way to be.
Yeah.
I have children, and I would much prefer them in the house playing Monopoly to out partying. I mean, people must disappear like that. I mean, if you go out in this big desert, I'd rather my kids be right here. I wouldn't want them to get eaten up by a coyote or,
yeah.
or
Kids
something.
acting crazy out here. They might just wander off in the
Yeah.
freaking desert or something,
Has anybody ever gone missing here?
not that I
Slick.
can think of.
Can I sense mode? Is that the human?
Yeah, human.
Subtlety.
I got it.
All right.
High roll.
He doesn't seem like he's like trying. Okay. He just his response comes very quickly. I don't know anything about. I wouldn't know about kidnapping. I mean, about
Kidnapping?
people.
Kidnapping?
Disappearances. I mean, I've lived here very long time, since the 70s. It's people have. I mean, disappeared on occasion. I mean, it's a big desert. But
Only reason I ask is our John over here. He's big into the haunted hotel scene, and
Love the haunted hotel
he
scene.
just thinks. I mean, you could ask. Maybe you can. I
I
don't
was hoping
believe
for
in
a
any of
2-for-1
that
here,
stuff,
but
but
astronomy and a little
Ooh,
haunted
there
hotel
is.
action.
There are some stories I could tell you. I would love to tell you tonight over dinner about some of these amazing stories. I've got a few living here as long as I have.
Any fun
absolutely.
stories about the church?
I can think of one or two. I'll have to really prepare though. I want to really wow you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
a craftsman.
Question: why is it closed off? My friend Stanley here. He's very religious. Like, look at his cross.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, it's a very old. I mean, the church itself is at least 120 years old, maybe older.
Wow.
But yeah, they weren't built to last. So
okay.
we've
Good
done our work over the years trying to keep it up, but it needs a lot of work.
How long has it been under under repair right now? Renovation.
6 or so months. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. Same two guys working.
No, there's several guys. They rotate out. The two there, they're pretty nice. What was it? Jerry and Frank. Yeah, good men.
So being over 100 years old, I'm sure probably found some really neat artifacts or something, right?
I wish not especially. It was out in the middle of nowhere when it was built, and not many people visited it then.
no meteorites or anything, or
We've never looked for it. I imagine this area is ripe for finding it, and
Yeah.
I wonder if we should maybe.
Take one of those detectors out. or
Yeah,
something,
all
you
you would need is a metal detector. You could probably find some meteorites out here. Yeah. It's possible. I don't know much about meteors, if I'm being honest.
When you want to have dinner?
Yeah.
6?
6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Great.
Anybody gluten free? Yeah.
Frank or
That
Jerry
guy,
is.
Yeah.
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 It was Frank. Jerry's the idiot from Queens.
Yeah. If you have dietary restrictions, I'll make sure the chef can accommodate.
No mushrooms, please.
Oh, sure, of course.
Thank you.
preferences don't count, Stanley.
It's not.
Stanley's my last name.
Eh,
Patrick Stanley. Everybody calls me Stanley.
Patrick Stanley.
It's understandable.
All right, so I'm gonna go get ready.
Yeah. Oh man, can I go set up my new scope?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna clean my scope.
I think maybe I might lay down.
That's,
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
Hey, what about these meals up
I'm
here?
gonna stare at myself in the ceiling.
yeah, it's a different time. I've thought about some people like Jimmy at the desk is always telling me I really should do something about that. I tell him no, it's the style.
Hey, it's already done.
I'm too old to change.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We only have so many years. Why change for somebody else? I know what I like.
True. Hey,
It's your hotel.
respectable.
Yeah. All right.
So you guys are going back to your room. You're gonna
Yeah.
take a nap.
I'm gonna, I'm at least gonna lay down, but thinking power nap. I'm gonna take out my phone, set like an alarm, 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's all. Just try to clear my head.
This might sound weird,
Huh?
but I'm gonna watch you.
While I sleep?
Yep.
So
Okay.
you take a nap. You watch him. In your dream, you suddenly find yourself in kind of a garden, like what looks like a garden that's built like a very kind of reminds you of the hotel, but with plant life and stuff, and it's all very beautiful and pristine. It's cool and it's this very nice area, and like there's a fountain in the center, it's spurting so much water, and everything seems sort of pristine. And then as you look around, you notice that the hotel is sort of like an M.C. Escher painting where the stairs go down, 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 but then connect up. Like there's all of these like non-Euclidean geometry everywhere, and none of it actually seems to make sense in the context of this dream. And you're walking around, just exploring the like strangeness of this weird dream. And you kick something. You look down, and it's a cell phone.
I'll pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up, and then you pick it up and you hold it, and then it starts going, like an alarm, and then suddenly you remember, oh wait, I set an alarm, and then you wake up to this sound of your alarm, and you rub your eyes and you look in your hand and you're carrying a cell phone in your hand that's not yours. I'm gonna have you roll sanity.
Oh my gosh.
If I'm watching him,
Yeah.
do I see it? Just
You,
like,
yeah, you see
or
him.
did I look over? And
No,
then
he's.
look
I mean,
back
he
and-
was asleep as far as you can tell. But as he's holding a cell phone.
Got it. 24.
Okay, 24.
Yeah.
You somehow managed to not scream as you realize you're holding this phone that you had from a dream.
Who's that? I pick up his phone.
Yeah.
Like,
This was in my dream.
okay.
I dreamt about
Alright.
hotel
That's
and
weird hotels. That's okay. Weird things
but I mean
happening.
there was and stairs are connecting and that there's flowers and trees and I bump into a cell.
As he
This is not
describes
my phone.
the dream, it's almost like you're remembering it.
Okay. Okay. Shh.
Sorry. It's very loud, vibrant
Oh,
colors.
Uncomfortable. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's look at the phone. Let's try to get into it,
Should we get everybody else in here too?
guys.
Hey.
Shark, can you get into this phone?
Sure.
So
Who's
then I tell the three of you guys that
You unlock it. It's Timothy's phone.
Ooh, bingo.
I was in a dream. I'd lay down for 20-30 minutes and
Don't describe it though.
yeah, and then it was in my hand.
Wait,
Let me see if I can.
he shouldn't describe the dream?
I don't think you should
Okay.
Yeah, we.
right now.
This vivid stuff is getting pretty difficult.
Where he found it may...
But it was here, right? It was here in a different time.
Possibly different time, but then I'd start rattling on about the hotel and the
You start,
stairs and-
you start telling them they all are having their memory,
Yeah.
the weird like MC Escher stuff, the fountain, the all the flowers, that dog that's in the corner right now, and then you're all like what, and then you all snap out of it. But
Sorry.
now you all remember a dog.
You happy, Mort?
No, but I'm never happy.
Fair point.
It's like the dog's following us, right? It's like no matter where our brains go, he's always there.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try to find the dog.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask Glenn
Well,
to
I would not believe
It's a good resource.
dog. This is obviously some sort of
Coyote?
entity.
Yeah,
Entity.
I agree.
Jar?
Yeah, you get that old butterfly.
No butterfly in there.
I can't figure out whether it's a trap or just fortuitously lucky that he invited us to dinner.
No, it's definitely a trap.
It's a bit odd.
I'm not going to have any dinner.
All right. Not hungry, right? All right. Can I get into the...
Yeah, you get into it.
What we have here...
It seems like it was probably more of a burner. It didn't have anything, but it was Timothy's phone. A lot of a few searches from the phone about dreams, about the hotel, the GPS location to the hotel, and nothing that you haven't seen before. But definitely one search. How do I know if I've been poisoned?
Oh no. Did you say this to
Woof.
us?
How do I know if I've been poisoned?
Great. I'm not eating dinner.
That's just a regular Google search.
What time
right?
is
There's probably
it?
no reason for that.
It's getting closer to 6.
Have we seen him walking about the premises? Did he go into the church, anything like that?
No, he seemed to go into sort of his office area.
Okay. But but besides his office area, there's like other... You said that he has his own residency there? or
Yeah, he has
something?
his own residency.
What if we take a rain check for tomorrow night and just let him know that we're not, that we're gonna
really
head out
tired.
early, that we're gonna skip dinner tonight,
Wouldn't we
that we
be
had a
out?
late lunch.
Well, if someone goes to tell him that, do you mind maybe having a conversation with him for a little while? I'd like to dip into the rest of the residency. look for possibly the last volume of the book. There's obviously some sort of connection here. I want to check the place out. If we're not able to go into the church, then we need to continue the investigation somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like I've proven to be not so great at the lying thing.
You're a very honest person. Nothing wrong with
Very
that.
honest, I don't think I should talk to him. I do not feel like I am in the right state to talk to
Especially,
him.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe
especially if
guys-
there's something.
Well, he's gonna go investigate.
I would like to search.
You're
I would like
great
to
at
search the
shooting
room
the
unless
shit.
someone else is better
She's
at
great
searching.
people.
Nice of you to say.
Like you know, Sam, you can get some insight into people. You know, Shark, you can just talk to him about.
Like a vamp.
You can vamp
Yeah.
vamp about Brooklyn or
Hey,
whatever. Is he from Brooklyn?
that accent is very. No, it's good. It was actually pretty good.
Give him a cup of coffee.
Now that's just wow.
Is that just?
No, we don't all sound like that. I do
Yeah.
kind of sound like that, don't I? Oh man.
And I'm McMurdy. I'll help you out.
Oh boy.
Stanley, would you like to search the room?
I'll search with you in a moment. I need to sit down for a moment.
So when
Or-
we
I actually need to go into the bathroom. I'm
Okay.
walking to the bathroom.
Hey, I'm worried about him.
Oh yeah.
A little worried. Alright. So, our plan was to tell him we need to postpone the dinner, right? But we'd be going out at night, right? If we're astronomers.
Just let him know that Patrick isn't feeling too well,
Right,
and
right.
we're a group, and we don't want to leave him. So we're gonna stay back and just take care of him. But we'd love to join him tomorrow night.
Or tomorrow.
Maybe we'll just put him off. I mean, we're gonna be out of here tomorrow night, but we can let him know, like, maybe we'll stay an extra night. Maybe we can do it tomorrow, or we can say maybe breakfast. Maybe we can all
Yeah, maybe like a breakfast.
like
or
a late
something.
breakfast, because
Yeah.
if we're out,
A brunch, as
a
it were.
brunch. So let's just put him off.
All right. Yeah, maybe so.
Oh boy.
Break.
I feel like I talk like him, like when he's talking to me, like picking up the
Associative
Vibe,
mannerisms.
yeah.
yeah.
So, what are we doing?
We're gonna go talk to Stanley. And,
All of you?
No, me
No,
and
it's
her.
just the two of us. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys,
Or sorry, not Stanley.
Glenn?
Sorry,
Henley.
Glenn Henley.
Glenn.
So you knock on the door. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
We still have a little bit of time."
I know our friend is not feeling really well, Stanley.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if he ate something on the way here. I mean, we did stop to get the McRib, and he got sick.
Processed meats are killing us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So, we're thinking maybe we could reschedule. Maybe brunch or breakfast.
I think that sad because I mean we kind of had all of these plans already, so I'm gonna need you all to convince your friends to join us at night. And he says this in a way that is so incredibly convincing. Make a sanity roll.
Oh no!
Sanity.
He's a bad guy.
Nice.
All right.
Super bad man.
So you know he's right. You should tell him, tell your friends, but you also are experienced enough that you both lose one sanity, but because you can see that there's like sort of like as he says that, it's like he's grabbing a string that's attached to your mind and like pulling it, and you can almost see the string that's commanding you to sort of go that way and like talk to your friends. The idea does not feel like it's yours, but you feel like you have to. You're compelled to do it.
Can I punch him?
You can try. Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Full tilt.
Okay. Roll.
All right.
Roll unarmed.
Oh my god.
Like he just tried to
Yeah.
physically assault my mind.
Yeah, he definitely did. That is
and I want to go forward and like try and subdue him in some way. Like, what was that?
unarmed
like-
combat.
This is how we do in the
Yeah.
field.
Shit, we're just. Yeah. I like the audacity.
Yeah. My unarmed combat is 60.
All right.
So and I got a 14.
Okay. So
Give Brenda a reroll on that one.
yeah, I'm gonna re-roll on this. Dodge. Yeah. Yeah. So what was yours?
14.
Okay, I got a 16. So that it's contested. You still. I got lower. So or you got lower.
No, I got lower.
So you do hit him.
Well, I'm like subdue him. Or like
You.
yeah.
Yeah. So you
unarmed
two.
combat.
Yeah. So you struggle, and he's stronger than he seems, and he goes, and like you're able to grab him, and as he holds you. Let's properly track.
I'm like,
his-
what was that? What are you trying to do?
Okay.
He holds you tenderly.
As you're like holding on to him and trying to do this, he goes, well, and I'm going to. He's gonna sort of again like grab at the air and just yank on something.
Is there a way I can assist him?
Yeah, go for it.
And then what do I look at?
You can at least, because like I'm going over at the desk. If you're on the other side, you can pull your pistol on him.
55.
Or do whatever.
55. What's your unarmed combat?
60%.
Yeah, so you're able to assist, and as he's like trying to, let's see how this goes. Yeah, 90. So he like goes and you like stop his arm from like grabbing. He's like, no, you ruined it all.
So then I grab my handcuffs out.
Yeah,
With
and-
my other hand.
yeah. He's like, you can't stop this.
What are we stopping?
No, it has to go through.
You're not making any sense.
The dream has to live.
What dream?
Is it the dog? Do you
What?
see the black dog?
What
shadows.
dog? No.
I want to make sure I handcuff him.
Yeah, you're able to the two of you are able to subdue him and keep him sort of down. You've now like got him sort of like maybe like in a chair or something, like held down in some way. He's handcuffed, and you two are like holding him still.
Right. I'm going to run up the stairs and call for them. As long as it
I'm-
looks
I'm-
like he's stable.
I'm gonna stay with him and keep that. I'm gonna
And
continue
I'm
with the
grabbing my-
interrogation.
I'm grabbing my
What's in the
pistol.
church? We came here for answers. You need to tell me
No.
what the heck's going on.
I won't talk to you, federal piece of shit.
What, is it Fedo?
Yeah, federal.
Oh, federal?
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I'm not federal, buddy.
I see the military-industrial complex all over you. I clocked you since the moment you walked in here.
I'm Tiger Fist Consulting.
Back in my day, they just called them the CIA, but they got all these fancy names for you.
Yeah, I'm a subcontractor. there's so much paperwork.
So you're able to gather everyone down with you and down there.
Great. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You have no idea the power that you were messing with and what you were stopping. We were creating paradise.
You're killing innocent people.
We are allowing people the ability to live in paradise.
There is no paradise here out in the desert.
There's paradise where you make it.
How long can they stay in the desert? I mean, how long in paradise? Because all these rooms are empty.
That doesn't. You don't understand what.
Does it involve the McRib coming back?
No. you
Does it involve time travel?
time travel.
What do you know
That
about...
is so. You guys, do you have any idea what we all have the power to do?
No, but that's why we tied you up and are asking you questions.
There is a dreamscape, a collective unconscious that we all have the ability to tap into. But it goes beyond that. We can all communicate in dreams, and we can talk to each other. We can travel distances and see each other. But then there's a layer beyond that. Do you realize that our reality as we know it is just the dream of some unknowable being, and someday that being will wake up and our reality stops. Everything stops.
So you want him to keep dreaming?
We want to create our own dream. We're creating our own reality, not like this one, this terrible, awful reality. We're creating paradise.
But then it's just a dream within a dream. So if the original guy wakes up, all the dreams would go away.
Can
Does
I
it?
search your body? Like search
Yeah.
everything on you?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Pat you down?
Yeah, he doesn't have anything on him. But there is. You do.
Punch it.
There's no. There's.
So I do the investigation.
There's no. There's
My
a.
brass knuckles out.
There's like a ritual dagger in his like boot, and he has what looks like a sort of powder. Initially, you would think it looked like marijuana, but the color is wrong. It's sort of like a deep purple, like almost a black, like leaf.
That's the chronic. I'm just kidding.
What are these things?
That's the Black Lotus. That's everything. That's how we unlocked it.
Who's we? You keep saying
Us.
we. Who's us? Where is everyone here?
Frankie, Jerry.
Yeah, do I need to go punch more people?
Listen, we've got a good thing going here, okay? You could just walk away.
I take out my pistol. Or you could just tell us the truth and let us know what's going on here.
You think I'm scared of death?
You're killing innocent people. Do you not
I'm
realize
freeing them.
Just kill him.
If you want to move on to another reality, we can help you with that.
What gives us? This gives us the power to do this stuff. Why can we do this?
Do what?
Why can we, change the dream or, have the power to do these things?
It is the key to opening up the dreamlands.
What is the key?
The Black Lotus.
Okay.
The powder that's in that bag? What do? You sniff it, you lick it?
However you want it.
that? So you were going to put the Black Lotus powder into our food tonight, weren't you?
Like you did with Sam Sullivan.
Exactly.
Right.
We're gonna put it in so many people's food.
How much of this stuff you got? Oh, no.
It's in that church, isn't it?
I don't like it when they answer the questions with laughs.
That's bad.
You're growing it in the church.
Why am I telling you all of this?
It's because you're a nice guy.
You're compelled to.
You all feel like you're actively forcing answers. The five of you all together, you're able to literally force him to answer these questions.
Pull strings.
How are we able to do it if we haven't had the Black Lotus?
I don't know. I mean, the only other way is if you were somehow exposed. You were around somebody who had it. Their bodily fluids. The something about where they live. I don't know.
Where they live.
Their
Like
house,
Sam
you
Sullivan.
prick Timothy's leg. Exposure to blood.
We also saw him die.
Oh, yeah.
Now-
You guys watched him
Now,
die, at least.
what does all this have to do with dogs? How do dogs come into play with all of you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Dogs, and then as you mention it, he goes,
Oh no.
He's the dog.
Huh?
"No, you've ruined it. You brought your hate into our paradise.
The dog?
Yeah, it was pure. Now it's infecting. It's infecting the entire. It's infecting all of that reality.
I guess
Like
you
a virus?
Yeah. I've spent 40 years cultivating and building this perfect land, and in a matter of hours, you corrupt it and destroy it, and you bring in your baggage, and you ruin everything.
How perfect could it have been? just fell apart in your hands.
You try building a reality that exists, a dream that exists when you're awake, when you're not in it.
No, that seems very hard.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't really quite understand it.
Are we awake?
I take out the top. Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Is the butterfly there?
No.
So what you're saying is that none of us are awake because we're all part of some big creature's dream.
I'm saying, what is reality?
There was a butterfly in here. And now there's not. What do you know about that?
Who?
Why would that happen?
I mean, there's a myriad of ways. Who created it?
Sam Sullivan, potentially.
And is Sam dead?
Yes.
Oh.
He died, presumably because of all of this.
So if I die,
Oh.
I'll lose $500.
What a crushing blow.
I see.
What can you tell us about kidnappings? This all has to do with your stupid cult.
I had to get mines to maintain.
Mines. How many mines do you have? Tell us. All of them.
Yeah, who all came through?
I've been doing this for 40 years. Who has count?
Oh no. You keep good records?
No.
I'm guessing we're probably going to find a lot of bullshit in the church.
How do you stop all of this? And you're gonna tell me.
It dies with the dreamer.
Are you the dreamer?
I'm the dreamer.
Shoot him. Just jaded.
Look, no one's got the stomach for it. I do.
You gonna shoot him?
No.
No, not yet. Not yet.
You're bringing
No.
people into your dream.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And we're all part of a bigger dream, and you're bringing people into your little mini dream and the macro dream?
I mean, if you want to put it that way, yes.
Let's go.
Why do you
Sorry.
keep blinking so much? What's wrong with you?
Because I've never had to fight people who could pull and put ideas in my head before.
Let's take a walk, shall we, to the church? Yeah.
Okay.
I still have my gun drawn in case of Jerry and.
I got mine too.
As you guys walk out, you see Jerry and Frank come out. Jerry's got a Colt 45 and Frank's got a shotgun. He's like, "We okay, boss?"
Frank, I thought you were cool.
Hey, I thought. Listen, Brooklyn only takes you so far. What are you doing with the boss?
I point my MP5 that I pull from the side.
You're
I say, we're taking the boss for a walk.
I would say you're gonna let the boss go.
Isn't it funny, Patrick, that his Colt 45 isn't actually a Colt 45, but it's just a
snake.
snake?
Mental warfare.
That is so strange. Why are you holding a snake, Frankie?
Give
Yes!
me
Yes!
a sanity roll.
Jedi mind trick here. Yes. Please succeed.
Anybody have any rerolls?
You use mine. This is gonna be great.
That or could we know what she's doing? Like, could I sense what she's doing to like help her?
We're gonna see how this goes.
I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. How many willpower points do you have left?
7.
Okay, you're gonna lose 5 of them. You're gonna drop to near unconsciousness as you like. It's like isn't it funny how he's got that Colt 45 and instead it's a snake? And then he goes, "Oh fuck!"
Through the coffee.
I run over and try to catch her.
Yeah, you like she basically is passed out now. As the mental strain of warping reality has.
I'm prone.
Yeah.
Stanley. Take care of her.
Okay, I got her, and I'm gonna start pulling her. Where?
I pull the clip back on the
Everyone else
Benji.
rolls sanity for me because you just watched a gun turn into a snake.
That's just Tuesday.
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
4.
I'm good.
Am I rolling for that too? Would I
Yeah,
notice?
everybody. Because you watched a gun turn into a snake.
Not again.
Oh crap! What is up with this?
But we knew it was going to happen, so I think that is at least...
Knowing
So
it.
you go to grab her and you flip out too.
Okay.
Ah!
So you failed?
Yeah, big
Okay.
time.
Now just imagine
Roll a d6.
Italian Spider-Man.
Oh,
Is this for my sanity?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Are you knocked out too?
breaking
No, that
point.
puts me one past my breaking point.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So
We're not gonna
you're
die.
not. You don't.
Oh man.
You I mean, this would apply more if this were a campaign. You don't have to go fight or flight, but you have an incredible like just aversion to this, and this will later down the line, assuming you survive, which you probably will survive this encounter. This will cause you severe mental anguish in your future. You are going to have a chronic mental disorder that will take some time and a lot of therapy to get past.
No
You
good
could go to his
therapist.
therapy.
I got a great therapist.
Um.
I even got a therapy dog.
Oh, cute.
He's got a vest and everything.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Definitely not getting a dog after this.
Jerry goes whoa, and then Frank goes, oh Jesus Christ, what the whoa, and he like what is going on here?
And again, I pull the clip back on the MP and I point at him.
And I
I
say,
go, you're gonna probably want to put that down.
Yeah.
Okay, give me and let's see, what about persuade?
Persuade? Perfect. Cool. I make it.
Yay!
Okay, he
Nice.
goes. "Oh, okay. He puts it down. All right.
Have a seat. Right there.
Okay. He sits down.
Both of you.
Okay, they both sit down.
I'm sitting there like cradling her like in my
Yeah,
arms.
you're
but
like
I'm just
you're
rocking.
holding her, but also sobbing a little bit.
Dripping.
Ave Maria plays in the
I
background.
pull out my version of handcuffs as I zip tie
Zip
both.
tie.
Yeah, you zip tie them both. You're able to secure them pretty
because I
well.
only have one pair.
Tiger fist.
I'm prepared. I have like a whole
Yeah.
fucking pouch full of them.
You zip tie them pretty well, and then you can explore the church. The church itself doesn't look like it's in as much disarray as it was stated, but you do notice there is a stairwell going down, and when you explore that, you find a setup of hydroponic stuff that like you would see in like growing marijuana, but instead it's this large like sort of deep purple, almost black leafed flower that is being grown in mass quantities, and this is clearly the substance he was talking about, the black lotus.
And are they in like individual?
Yeah, it's like
things?
like a whole like the basement is been converted to this like grow room for this very very strange nefarious plant.
Okay. The my intuition or suspect is I I put a glove on and I start kind of like just tilling the soil kind of back and forth a little bit. Is there anything like in the soil specifically?
No, just
Okay.
like just as far as you can tell, just normal hydroponic stuff for growing plants.
Okay. I was thinking maybe this was like a how high situation, they're like burying the people in there.
No.
Oh, hey, you never know. So what? We just burning this whole thing to the
Yeah,
ground,
I
or what?
know. That's what I'm thinking. Or do we shut it down and report back to?
I'm already walking out
Yeah.
with my cigar that I'm throwing behind me. into, like,
Oh, it's
water and
burning?
gasoline.
Great.
Oh, he's getting
Nice.
that hurt?
As the plants begin to catch fire, they don't go to like the typical yellow orange. It's like a deep green flame as these burn in like a green flame, which is very unsettling.
Green flame?
Yeah, green flame. As you walk down, and eventually the entire church will catch fire and burn down. Because we're running so long, I'll say that you guys are able to contact Hennessy, tell them about the situation. Eventually, they bring out a team to clear out. They erase any trace that this was there. It's later reported that it's just old church collapse, whatever. They're not reopening for renovations anytime soon. They do find a lot of bodies buried because there's an old cemetery.
Yeah.
They would just dig deeper and bury people underneath people. So that's where he was hiding all the bodies of those that were.
Man, he was killing them.
That's why. But was he taking their brains?
Essentially, what you're able to put together is that he was giving them the substance to pull them into the dream, and then using their sort of mind power to keep them afloat, to keep this whole bubble of dream alive with their energy and keep them in it. So some of them might still be, although their bodies are dead, they might be alive within this dreamscape.
Before we go, I mean, I would have asked, where was the original start of all of this? Where was the original plant? So we can destroy it in the future or whatever.
He says he would have, through interrogation and whatnot, he got this plant in the 70s in college from a professor of his. His professor was working on dream state stuff, dream communication and that kind of stuff. And this plant, they researched. He didn't have much of it, but he was able to, over time, finally get a sample and then start growing it himself. But
Am I awake at this point?
Yeah. Of what?
Or am I
Oh yeah. After
am I?
you're able to recover a bit and then come and be part of the cleanup and all that.
I pull out my wallet and look inside of it.
Still at $500 or so.
Okay, I'm gonna look up. Dinner's on me. Stick it back in. Drink my coffee.
So you drink some coffee. It takes a little while for you to recover. You get some food in you. You feel good. You all feel like job solid. Job well done.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Only went a little crazier.
Did you guys still have the bag of what he had on him? Of
Oh,
the
the lotus?
Yeah.
Did I pick up that bag?
One of you has it.
Yeah.
Can we go to a pet-friendly restaurant? I'm gonna bring my dog with me.
Yeah.
Of course.
Did you pick up the bag? Because you were sifting through the stuff, yeah?
Well, that was on him.
I didn't.
One of you has it.
Whatever.
You were
Yeah,
searching
sorry.
your body.
I'll
so
say
then-
I'll say you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Forensic.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you
took it.
you held on to it.
We do that. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And then you all go out for a nice dinner. You
Nice.
try
Thanks,
not
Al.
to think too much about what happened and the craziness of all this, and you try and get back to your lives. All of you, at some point, maybe a month or so down the road,
Oh boy.
have a dream, and there's a shadowy dog that's a little closer than it's ever been.
What?
And that's where we're gonna leave it.
Oh!
Thank you all so much
Oh
for
my
tuning
God.
in to this episode of the RPG Exploration Society, presenting Delta Green.
Delta Green!
We didn't die.
Yeah.
Yet.
Giving players
All of our characters are now
nightmares.
going to have to try to convince the Delta Green to kill that guy so we can all wake up from the dream, maybe. You know what I mean?
But now I have a mental disorder.
Yeah.
I'm really upset by that.
I almost had I was one
But how
point
cool was
away
the
from a
gun?
mental disorder.
Yeah.
wow.
Because that's how mental disorders work. It's a point system, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're all keeping score.
But thank you all so much for playing, and obviously thank you all the viewers for watching and hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed it. And thank you for all your wonderful tips and generosity throughout the night. So why don't we go around? You can tell everyone who you are, where they can find you, starting with Kyle.
Hi guys, I'm Kyle Caps. You can find me on the Twitters and the Instagram. On Twitter, it's at KJC Illustration. And for Instagram, it's at Kyle Illustration. You can follow and see my doodles and whatnot, and I'll hope to see you there.
Well, guys, you can find me on the Twitterverse and Instagram at Azerold1, AZEROLD1. Yeah, and fun times tonight. Thank you. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I went crazy. Felt very natural.
I'm gonna drive home crazy. This is like a dog. If I I'm Jessie Science. My name's I'm tired. I'm Jessie Science on Twitter. I've recovered. I'm Jessie Hendricks and JESSIE Science on all the social media stuff. And yeah.
Yay!
That's all. You can find me here next time they invite me.
I'm Diana Restrepo. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I think it's DianaRest3. And also, am I allowed to plug in the show that I do? So on Twitch, on Friday night, 6 p.m., he has a character as well. I play a rogue in a Pathfinder game called Dragons and Things. So if you guys ever want to check it out, Friday night, 6 p.m., Dat Dragon Show.
It's fantastic.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
I'm a Dwarven Ranger. It's great.
And I'm a rogue.
Very nice. I am Jesse Durant. You can find me on Instagram as just Jesse Durant, and then Twitter Jesse A Durant. Although I don't tweet a lot, but you never know. I'm always doing like plays and stuff. I post most of the stuff I get up to out here in LA on my thing. So and I'll be here too on the Some Saving Throw show.
Oh yeah, me too. One day. Yeah. This story. The story continues.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Crazy amounts.
Nightmares.
And I'm Eric. You can always find me on all the social medias at Mostly Shit. Or on my personal Twitch channel, Mostly Eric, where I stream variety games. But I want to once again thank all of the fantastic viewers watching, donating, and just hanging out. Even if you can't donate, which is fine with us, just a simple retweet or just telling a buddy, hey, I watched this thing and it's fun. You should check it out. We also have, you can check out the VODs for all our stuff on our YouTube channel. And I definitely want to thank Domwell Zook, the wonderful master of the cameras. You can't see him. He's behind the camera.
Yeah,
but he waved. And he's always running this stuff here and being a benevolent overlord. And also thank our mods for keeping our chat friendly and safe and welcoming to all the wonderful people. Thank you all so much for being a part of Delta Green. It's a system that I really love and a storytelling stuff that I don't get to do a lot. And I was very I pitched this idea for the show almost a year ago to Dom, and I was like, one of these days I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do an entire Delta Green episode based on the song Hotel California.
Nice.
I'm glad people picked up on that, because
The warm
that's
smell of calitas?
yeah, that's exactly what this is. So thank you all so much. Let's see, what do we have coming up in the rest of the week? Wild Cards, that's right. Wild Cards this Friday. Wild Cards are our East Texas University. That is our Savage World game run by the inimitable Jordan Caves Callerman. And you can see Dom there as well as many other fantastic players. But that's coming up Friday. And I don't know what else is. Normally there's like a calendar. I don't see it. But until you can always check on the social medias, the Saving Throw Show social medias to track what's coming up and all of the amazing things that are happening here. That's not right. That's got like 17 shows that aren't on right now. But thank you all so much for tuning in and being a part of this wonderful community that we love so much. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Goodbye!
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
Oh, dreaming.